last time, a lot of things happened last time.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys kind of split up for a little while, just for the day there. Cyra, you kind of went on your own way, having an emotional moment.
Meltdown.
uh,
Meltdown.
you were stopped by Captain Brine Grinder, who told you that yeah, it'd take about 3 weeks to repair everything. But you, Cyra, you went and sent some money back home. You went to the Silver Scale Scullery for the evening. And that was pretty much it on your part. But Danny and Tor, you guys went to the Temple of Strenger for both information and forgetting to get holy water. You guys met
That's true.
Scrollkeeper Leos there. Um,
Oh no.
oh no, yeah, oh no.
Oh, yes.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So you guys discussed your mission to go collect the moonstone, moon crystal,
Yes.
moon orb.
No.
Um,
Stone.
you went with all of those options. And you're trying to find a way out of hell. You figured you'd find a way into hell based on the information that you have already, so you're trying to find a way out.
I'm trying to
Scrollkeeper
drink a lot of
Leos
stuff,
said she would look for it, look for you. And also, Tor, you brought out the rubbing of the altar that you had taken, and she's making a copy of it at the moment. You guys head to the graves. That raven that was with Scrollkeeper Leos, specifically called Danny a fucker, because that's just how that raven is, I guess. And Tor, you did some praying, um, and then you headed back to the Silver Scale Scullery for some drinks. Azalea, you headed over to Merchant's Row to do some surveillance. You watched the Quickthorn estate until a cart left. You tried to catch it, but turns out two horses are faster than one person, surprisingly enough. Um,
Weird.
but after you kind of lost it past the north end of Merchant's Row, you headed over to the graves for the evening to see if you could catch your mark. You didn't find anything, and you stayed there for quite some time. Cyra had told Danny and Tor about the 3-week timeline, and Cyra had then disappeared to her room for the evening, where Tor and Danny were outside on street level playing Five Finger Fillet at like 1 in the morning while drinking. Where Azalea, on her way back, hopefully not getting lost, really, she stumbled upon somebody with his hand, freaking wrist deep in some halfling stomach, uh, at this guy's neck, which this creature, which you quickly sussed out to be a vampire, noted you and began chasing you. You barely stayed ahead of it through the maze of alleyways as you headed toward the Kothon to at least try to get to your friends to get some help. And you emerged out onto
Yeah,
this.
I know. I'm kind of a big deal, so.
As you'd caught a murderer and a vampire in the act, it probably wanted to get rid of you. But you were able to pop out right next to the Silver Scale Scullery and out onto the street there. And yeah, so I'm gonna have everybody roll for initiative. And we'll go from there.
Should I don't remember what it was. I guess I have to roll it then, but like for next time, should I be using my stealth as initiative?
No, you've been caught,
Or because I've okay.
and you were
Yes.
running away. So yeah, just use your regular.
I'm making a lot of rolls last
I know,
time.
I know.
Trying to make sure I roll
Is it perception?
It
I
is.
feel like we haven't
Yes.
done this in a
Yes.
while.
Yeah, we haven't done
Yeah.
this in a while. It's true.
17.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
17 as well. With a 9+.
Azalea, what'd you get?
22. Because we give it the perception bonus, right?
Yep.
Yep, 22.
Oops.
Nice.
Do that.
Right, realized I left my straightener on, and I was never going to know peace until I turned it off. And that is why I ran away.
Ah. Okay. Cool. So let me go ahead and get the camera situated.
And the initiative tracker?
The initiative tracker is already good to go
Yes,
because it takes 2 seconds to put those little pucks into place, which is
yes.
awesome. I don't know why I got up first and then did that. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're having a good
Everything's
time
fine.
here.
It's fine.
Wee. All right.
Mmm.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure if I'll have enough room.
Fancy. Love it.
There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll make sure that it
Damn it.
focuses.
Hear that.
Okay. Now, you guys can see the initiative tracker there. I know it might be a little hard to read, but the vampire is going first, weirdly enough. And then it's followed by Azalea, and then Cyra, and then Danny, and then Tor. So on top of that, because the vampire was already acting, it is going to take its little bit of turn here. And yeah, so also we will show Cyra. Cyra is inside.
This is a cool looking town.
Yeah.
Are we on Critical Role?
Yeah, right. I wish.
Fancy.
Okay, so maybe this is not going to work perfectly because it's a little tall, but that's okay. Anyway, Cyra is inside, and if I need to, I'm really going to have to adjust this just a little bit more. That's fine. So, the vampire is right here. This little pink thing. I know it's kind of hard to see. I didn't realize it would blend in so well. Azalea is here, and then Tor and Danny are just outside the front of the silver scale scullery there. Here we go. Maybe a little,
Annie, you're really short.
a little bit more room.
It's accurate. I like it.
The vampire, is going to take its turn first. As it's already grappled Azalea, it's going to make an athletics check. What is your athletics DC? I'm sorry, fortitude DC. That's what it is. Fortitude DC. Azalea.
How do I calculate that? Is it just
It's the
plus?
DC plus 10. So it's the save plus 10.
Oh, 18.
Okay.
God damn, it's my worst one.
Okay.
Why am I so shitty? Go on.
Because you're you.
So the Danny and Tor, you watch as Azalea flies around the corner, yells, "Get inside!" It immediately gets just smashed to the ground by this obscenely fast creature. This person kind of wearing these rather well-to-do clothes, but they're covered in blood, really. The black jacket and the gold buttons and the red trim, but they've got like a very white shirt underneath that's kind of stained crimson in the torchlight. And yeah, you watch as he just sinks
The torches flicker.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's so cool.
You just watched you watch as the fangs sink into Azalea's neck, and Azalea, you are now drained 1, as the blood begins to just pour out of your neck. And let's see. Now that it's done its little surprise round there, it's going to go again, and it's going to bite you again because it wants to eat you.
How rude.
How wooed. Okay. Let's see. It's just going to try to maintain the grapple, which it is able to do. And then it's going to... let's see. Yeah, it's going to drink your blood again.
I gotta level up and put more in con or something. This
It
is
got a
stupid.
natural 20 on its athletics check to drink your blood again. So you're now drained 2. Now, Azalea, it is your turn. You can try to break the grapple. Do you need me to remind you what drained does?
All I can see is it makes my fortitude less at the moment. Oh, and my health.
Yep.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna hold on a second. Let me.
Okay, I can't find it, so I'm just gonna write this here.
I'm just gonna switch over and mark the vampire for death. I think it's more important right now to kill the thing that is actively killing me.
You are trained too. Can you do that while you're pinned?
It doesn't say not to. It says that I can see and hear the creature I intend to mark, and he's a little close for that, so I think I'm okay.
Okay. So it turns out you have already marked this creature.
It was the bat.
It was the bat.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna die. All right. I guess.
Don't give up.
Am I aware of that, or am I wasting a turn?
You are aware of that, so you can choose to do something else if you want.
All right. Can I try to break the grapple?
Yep. So it's
Right.
it's an athletics check.
That's my worst. I can't use acrobatics to try to escape.
You could try thievery to try to escape.
Oh.
I'll allow that.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Why are we being rude?
17.
17?
I rolled a 5.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not good. And that is not good enough to break the grapple, but you have you can try again. You have another action.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I rolled a 15, so 27.
That actually might do it. 27. Yep, that does it. You break the grapple. You are still prone. You can use your final action to get up if you want.
Oh, fine.
Okay. I mean, you could have stayed prone.
It's a choice.
Yep.
Hold on, let me see. I don't think I have the.
Curl in the fetal position, feign helplessness.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a. Yeah, hold on. Where is the feat? I don't think it's. Hold on. Oh, we're only level 4. Yeah, I don't have the until I get nimble crawl, which negates the bad effects for being prone. But I'm not that level yet, so now we're gonna get up.
Not quite there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, we should level up.
it is Cyra's turn. Cyra, you are on the. Let me try to adjust the camera a little bit. You're on the 3rd floor of the Silver Scale Scullery, and actually, you're the wall. You're just too short to be able to see. But I will at least kind of direct your attention. You're in this room here. And yeah, so you have lots of movement, but there's a door here and the stairs are right here. So that's about 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to the stairs.
I'll use my entire turn to. Can I run the entire way downstairs?
Yeah.
I am gonna grab my things as I go though, because.
Yeah, you're able to throw your backpack on as an action to do that. So 2 more actions of movement. How much movement do you have?
I have 25 feet.
Okay, 50 feet worth of movement. So that'll get you.
Can I run?
Whoops! Oh no! I'm breaking everything.
Ah!
Oh no!
You've destroyed the building.
I've just destroyed the building. I don't recall how the running mechanic works, to be honest with you. Somebody want to
Yep.
Yes.
explain that to me, please?
I'm gonna
While we
see
have
what
a
I
moment.
Oh, I looked it up. Yep, she can run. I think she can make it all the way out there, and then maybe
Based off
get another
Lucan,
action.
right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is it based on Constitution? I got a +2 modifier.
And then you should be able
If
to go
that
down
helps.
the stairs here. At the very, very worst, you are on the bottom floor now.
Can I see them?
And you cannot see them through the door because there's a door. Scully has gone inside, and you're kind of at the bottom of the stairs there. Actually, you'd be about there now.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll call that the end of your turn for now. And if somebody finds something related to movement, then we'll go from there. Okay. Cool. Danny, 'tis your turn.
Yep, we are slinging fire. I'm within
Yeet.
range.
You have 5, 10, 15. It's 20 feet away.
Yep, and I can throw 20 feet.
There you go.
Cool. I'm gonna rip a alchemist fire.
Okay.
Okay, so wait a minute. I rolled, but is the vampire on top? She broke the grapple, right?
Yes,
So
it
it's
is
next
next
to
to her. It is not.
Okay, cool.
It is not sharing a space with her.
So 26.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I will constrain the fire damage to it.
Okay.
That way I don't hurt her. As far as the splash.
Yep.
And then we got 6 fire damage,
Okay.
3 persistent fire. Okay, and 3 fire splash. So 9 fire damage total and 3 persistent fire.
Okay.
And it'll need to beat a DC 15 flat check at the beginning of its turn.
Okay.
And then take persistent 3.
It's at the end of its turn. It'll take the
Dang
damage
it.
and then it'll do it. That's
You're right.
fine.
No, that's better for us.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So that was an action.
Yep, I'm gonna do it again. Use quick alchemy
Okay.
to make another one. Or no, not make another one. I already got one made. So yeah, we're just gonna reach down to the bandolier, grab another, and swing away.
Okay.
Oh dang! 26 again.
Yeah. That's even with the -5.
Oh no, sorry, 21.
Ah, that's a miss, my friend.
Boo. All right. We missed. And then I still got one more, right? One more I can move.
Yep. Well, does it still take splash damage from the miss?
Depends on where it hits, right? I guess.
Yep.
Kind of your call.
So go ahead and roll the splash damage.
It's just a three flat splash.
Okay. Azalea, you also take 3 splash damage as he kind of lobs it and it breaks on the pavement, kind of spewing fire everywhere, and Azalea's coated a little bit.
You're welcome. Gotta burn the nasty vampire bacteria off of you. And I can move still, right?
Correct.
I'm
Yep.
so sorry. I feel it's been a while.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna
good.
move. Can I get on the table nearest?
Like inside or?
No, that one right there,
Over
like
here?
outside the door. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Yep.
For no other reason than to be eccentric. So,
I
Later.
like it.
and I'm done.
Okay. Cool. Tor, it's your turn.
Makes that sound to me.
I want to rage first.
Yep.
Then I'll move to the other side of the vampire to get flanking bonuses.
Okay.
And say, "Hell no," and hopefully fuck this dude up. 30.
That's a hit, my guy.
Heck yeah. Which one of these is a 12? Probably should have figured that out earlier. We'll
Shit
just do
happens,
this
man.
one. And of course, we get a 1. So, 7 points of damage with a positive energy,
Okay. Cool.
plus positive energy or whatever.
Right. Cool. Good to know.
Let me find that 12. I think it's this one.
And that would be all of your actions, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So, so Tor runs over and he's raging and he comes over and hits it with his axe. And the vampire, which Azalea you had actually thrown off of you, it now realizes it hisses at you and kind of puts its hands up, and it turns to face Tor rather than you.
Say more.
Yeah, let me- I think you get a plus to hit on flanking, right? That's what it is.
It makes it
Plus
flat-footed.
1. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So
So it is
now
flat-footed.
it's flat-footed.
But it's going to turn to Tor,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to make its first attack. Dirty 20.
That is that meets.
Yep. Okay.
I have a 20 AC right now.
Because you are raging.
Yep.
Okay. So it's going to do.
But it didn't get a critical.
9 points of slashing damage.
Um,
And then it gets to. Does it get to try to do this, or does it automatically happen? Words are hard. Let's see.
And they mean things.
Okay. You are automatically grabbed. So it reaches over
weird.
with its claws and just sinks its claws into your back.
it means no, sir.
And what is your fortitude DC?
19.
Okay. It sinks its jaws into your neck, and you watch as it's been a little like burned and stuff like that. Some of its skin is kind of crackly, and you watch as the skin heals up. You are drained 1, Tor.
You said it was slashing damage?
Yes, yep.
Sweet. So I get a bonus to it.
So
Or a -1 on it.
you are drained. I'm gonna just write this way because I can't seem to find the ring that has drained on it. So I'm gonna just write it because it's easy. Boop. You're drained 1. Okay, and then it is. Let's see. Is it going to do that? Maybe it will. Nope, it can't do that right now. That's fine. Okay. It'll just make a. It's actually gonna try to pin you, Tor. And what's your Fortitude DC again?
Now it's an 18.
Okay. It is unable to pin you. You're able to kind of stand your ground against it. Yeah. So it is now Azalea's turn. So go ahead, Azalea.
Do I continue to have, like, I know I continue to have the drain, but does drain get worse until I stop the bleeding?
You don't know. You,
Oh,
you don't
okay.
you don't appear to be actively bleeding.
Okay.
So there doesn't just seem to be persistent bleed damage. By all
Correct.
accounts.
There is no
Okay.
persistent
Okay.
bleed
It's
damage.
Cute,
not-
cute, cute, cute.
Oh,
It's
It's not
um,
actively getting
and-
worse.
Yes.
It's
Sorry.
just bad.
The
Make it better.
the creature, while it's on Tor, it uses Tor to put out the fire. But it does take those 3 points of fire damage there, Danny. But yeah, it used you, Tor, to smother it. So go ahead, Azalea.
Okay, so I'm gonna get out my rapier,
Okay.
and that's an action, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna stab him.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, all right.
I'm gonna try to.
It's
stab it.
flanked.
Yeah, it's
Or
got
flat-footed.
it's got a -2 on its AC, so maybe you'll hit it.
Hopefully 23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, so because it's a hold on, it's
It's flat-footed, so you get your sneak attack damage.
agile. Yeah, but my agile and finesse weapons gain the backstabber deadly d6 weapon trait. If it's already got that, then it increases by a die size, so it also has deadly.
Okay,
And
well,
precision.
you didn't crit, so we don't have to worry about deadly.
We don't? No, I thought deadly. Oh, that's right. It's only with that.
Yep.
You're right. But it's good to know. So, but I do precision damage.
Yep.
Hold on. I think it.
Yes, it deals an extra precision damage. That's all it does.
Well, I was just looking at the other ones because for death and surprise attack do other things. But... Oh no, it's sneak attack because it's flat-footed.
Yep.
So I do a 1d6. Okay. And at 5th level, it would have been 2d6. That's okay. Damn.
So, does the backstabber have a die associated with it?
Backstabber is for deadly, I think.
No, they're two different things.
Yeah, you deal an extra 2 precision damage instead of 1.
Okay, so do
Then you
your...
stick a flat-
So the weapon deals 1 precision damage in addition to its normal damage. I just wasn't sure because which either deadly or backstabber that D6 was associated with. So okay, that's fine. So go ahead and do your damage and add an extra 1.
Well, okay, so it's 1d6, so I rolled a 2 plus 4, so 6.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I get an extra d6 of precision damage.
Yep.
And that adds
Nope.
2. So 8. And then extra backstabber gives it another 1 or 2.
1.
It says I deal 2
Oh,
extra
then
precision
2.
instead of 1.
There you go.
So 10, I think?
Yep.
On a shitty roll. Could have been better. Could have been worse.
Well, you have one more action.
I'm going to stab him again.
Okay, remember you got the -5 this time.
I thought Agile made it -4. Am I being stupid?
No,
Or
no,
is it
no.
mine?
Agile or Finesta is one
Yeah,
of them.
I believe it's.
That's not
Or
my
Rapier
rapier.
has both.
The dagger.
Yeah, it
You're
doesn't
right.
matter. You have both, so.
Well, all right. So 15.
That is ye old miss.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, Cyra, it is your turn. It'll be about 25 feet. Will get you to the door.
Okay, I run to the door, open the door.
Okay, you're in the
Okay.
doorway.
Is Tor grappled, restrained, immobilized in any way?
He is currently grappled.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Liberating Command.
Ooh. Okay.
So you can right now attempt to break free, Tor.
Sweet. Was that an athletics check?
An athletics check. Yep.
Unless you want to roll thievery. I recommend athletics for you. I'm here for you.
13.
I don't think it's gonna do it.
That's a hard
Did you roll
neg.
a 13?
No, I
Or is
rolled a
that
3.
Oh man. Yeah.
I did my best.
You
The
did.
attempt was made.
Wow.
The dice were not with me.
Oh. Odin is not with us.
Nope.
That's okay. And then cool. With my one action left, I'm gonna play my drum, and it's gonna be Inspire Courage, so we get to add 2 to hit, 2 to attacks, and 2 to fierce saves.
A liberating
fear-based
command is only one action.
It is only one. Yes,
nice.
I was
Okay.
surprised and pleased. I did check though.
Okay. Cool. That's easy enough.
Actually, I say that per the. Now I'm paranoid.
That's fine.
It is on the character sheet that comes from the really, really smart web program.
Good enough. I'm sure it's fine. Danny, 'tis your turn.
Yes. I
Yes,
will,
this is your new one.
standing upon the table, get the bright idea to grab a ghost charge, a spring-loaded canister full of salts and stuff that are bad for undeads,
Interesting.
and throw that at it.
Like that. Like that.
Huh. Okay.
Let's see, let me pull up. To hit,
Add 2.
ooh, add 2 as well. Okay,
Mhm,
so 28, 29, 30.
30.
30 to hit. Yeah, you hit. As a matter of fact,
Was decided.
because it's flat-footed, that is a critical hit.
Fuck yes.
All right, so got to talk me through it. I haven't done one in a while. So it gets 2d8 positive damage. 9 positive is just what I rolled. What do I
Which
do with the crit?
you double it.
So 18 positive damage
Yep.
and 3 positive splash,
Okay.
which I think if I let it splash, it does positive damage to Tor and Azalea.
Which won't hurt them, and it won't heal them. It'll just
okay, well,
it
fine.
does
That
like
is how-
nothing. So
We tried.
Yep.
So 18, 19, 20, 21 total with the splash on the guy, and then he is enfeebled 1 until my next turn.
Ooh. Interesting.
Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Enfeebled.
Oof, man.
Lots of rings coming out today.
That's sweet, dude.
Ugh. Enfeebled. Okay. Rock on.
Then I'm gonna try to hit it. So I'm then gonna use my interact quick bomber to draw a Tanglefoot bag.
Okay.
And try to hit it with that.
Okay.
We have. Well, can't all hit. 11.
Yeah, that is a ye old miss.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. I need. Let's see. Never mind. Miss. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, it doesn't say. Cool. Easy enough. All right. Yeah, it's just kind of this one you make with your alchemy. The first one, the ghost charge hits and it sprays salt and everything everywhere, and like it kind of peppers your friends. It doesn't do anything. But the vampire hisses, and it almost like burns and shrivels a little bit. And then you get so excited that you try to quick alchemy your Tanglefoot bag, and it just doesn't come out right as it kind of splatters on the pavement, and it doesn't really do anything. Okay, Tor, it is your turn.
Want to break this grapple?
Go ahead.
And I don't.
Okay.
So I guess I'll use another movement action to do that.
Yep.
19.
Yep. You just barely break the grapple. Yep.
Get off of me! And then I'll swing at him.
Okay, go ahead.
26.
That's a hit.
Sweet. 9 points plus positive damage.
Okay. So let's see. How much positive was it? All of it positive?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, this vampire is looking extremely haggard, as this sudden onslaught of positive energy has kind of knocked it down. It's not doing so great, and it's actually going to take its turn to it's going to try to flee. It doesn't want to be here anymore. It's enfeebled. I just want to make sure I have enfeebled properly, because I was thinking of one thing and I was like, maybe it's something else. Enfeebled, strength-based rolls. Okay, and athletics checks. Cool, that's easy enough. It's actually going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to make that first movement, and then it's actually going to cast a spell. It's going to do the spell first and then move. My bad. I misread it. So it's going to make an attack against Tor. Ooh. Oh, that just hits with a 20. Let's see. I need you to make a fortitude save there, Tor.
27.
Oh, very nice. You only take half damage from this, which is
God.
which is probably a good thing. And
Oh, fuck you.
the wound, it just reaches out, and it doesn't even like claw at you. It like touches the wound on the side of your neck, and you immediately just gush blood out like an old samurai movie.
Fucker's trying to heal himself.
But let's see. 11. Oh God. How much health do you have?
46 points.
Okay. You take.
Or no, 50, sorry.
Luckily, you only took half damage from this, so you take 13 points of negative damage. And you watch as the blood like just soaks into this vampire's skin, and then it starts moving away because it doesn't want to be next to you guys anymore. But it used most of its actions using whatever that was. But it looks like it healed up a little bit from where it was. Actually, quite a bit. And it is now Azalea's turn.
How far away is it from me?
25 feet.
Crit its ass.
That is the hope.
Yeah, can I like run after it?
Sure.
Please stay within 30 feet of me.
Sure, I'll try.
Oh, you are. You're good, actually.
Yeah, you're good.
I got 30 feet of movement, so I'm fine. And then I'm gonna fucking stab him again.
Oh, okay. He's not flat-footed anymore.
Fuck.
But go ahead.
I'm gonna stab him anyway.
Yep.
Maybe I'm not gonna stab him. Let's see. 16.
That's a miss.
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because it's a move and then 2 actions, right?
Does
Yes.
he take any kind of penalty for being like because he's fleeing?
No.
It reduces.
That's
strength.
fair. You're right.
Strength-related.
Yeah, he's got the
Yes.
enfeebled, which sure, but in this case, he's taking some negatives, but he's doing a fighting retreat, really.
Yeah, I realize he's not just like
think-
waving hands in the air,
Yep.
screaming.
If you try to grapple him, he may be at a disadvantage because of the strength negative.
The athletics check or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could do it with thievery. I think. Sorry, I shouldn't promise you that.
I rolled worse, so I don't think I hit him.
Okay, that's easy enough.
9 total. Does that count?
Yeah, that's a good old miss.
You just-
Did you roll like a 2?
I rolled a 4.
You lucked out and did not stab yourself.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a good day.
Cool. That's it.
Cyra, it is your turn.
I will continue playing, and I will cast second level soothe. Because I assume she looks like she's in bad condition.
Yeah, she got hurt, but like not terribly, honestly. It was more of the drain is really what got her.
Drained is not good, but I think Danny did more damage to me than the vampire.
Hey.
Because I only got drained condition from that, right? I didn't take damage.
From the bites?
Yeah. Or did I
I
take
thought the
damage?
bites also.
The bites actually didn't do any damage.
Fascinating. Okay. So who looks like they're in the worst condition?
Oh, definitely Tor.
Yeah, Tor looks
Oh, okay.
pretty fucked up.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Tor,
even
then
that's
I
not
will...
bad.
Oh, so I just assume people are gonna be hurt. Anything else? I'll cast a first level soothe on Tor then.
Okay.
I track my spells. Please don't suck. Please don't.
With your wonderful range spell, you reach out
Yes.
magically and touch
Cool.
him and heal
14
him.
points.
There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Maximized.
Pretty much all the damage that you took is pretty much healed.
Good. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Cool. Danny.
I'll move to within 10 feet of the vampy. Also, his enfeebled goes away. I'm gonna hit him with a Tanglefoot bag.
Okay.
Maybe I hit him. You said I get a plus. What was the +2? What was that? Was
It's
that
Inspire Courage. It still counts. +2 to hit, +2 to damage.
Okay, sweet. So you never know. Maybe it'll hit. 20. 22.
Yep. That's a hit.
So he takes a 15-foot penalty.
Oh, this is a
for
moderate
speed.
one. Nice.
Yeah, with a escape DC of 19.
And people attacking it get a +1 bonus to attack rolls as well. So there you go.
Sweet.
Cool. Now what?
I hit it with my sticky bag.
That's right.
That's weird. Okay, and then I'll pull out my other ghost charge,
Okay. Cool.
and I'm gonna throw it.
Yeah, you pull it off your belt, and you just kind of lob it.
So it's -5.
+1 and then +2. So,
Yeah, just at 9.
as a ye old miss.
Yep.
Dang.
But as you throw it, it will take a little bit of splash damage. This time you hit it with the tangle bag, and it just manages to kind of like twist unnaturally out of the way as your ghost charge explodes near it. Okay. Tor. Your turn.
I move into attack position in one move.
5, 10, 15, 20. How much movement do you have? 25?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Because I'm a big dude.
Would you like to get on the opposite side of it?
I would like to flank him.
There you go. There's your full movement.
Where do you think you're going? 32? Yeah, 32.
That is a critical hit, good sir.
Fuck you.
On top of the fact that, he's already, flanked.
Having a time?
Good. So basically, doubles my damage roll. Nice.
Paddington is having a bad time downstairs. I don't know what the hell
He's about to have a fucking bad day. I just rolled a 12.
Ooh.
Oh. So that would be 12, and then I roll it again, right? That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
So that's 8. That's 20. Then I get a 7, so that'd be 27 because that plus doesn't modify, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I believe he takes a 27.
Well,
and wait,
he was gonna. I think he's gonna say the word.
Does he get extra damage from the thing? Because I was the last one he attacked, right?
It
Or he attacked me anyway. So
yes.
the axe give me
so
any bonuses, or is it just a hit?
the axe? I think it just gives you the to hit bonus. I don't actually remember.
Let me look at. Let's see.
It would be the
Retribution axe.
yes, the retribution axe.
I think you're right. I think it is just damage or to hit. So, anyways, 27 fucking points of damage, all positive.
Yeah. How do you want to do this, man?
Add my 2.
How do you want
I
to
would
do
just
this?
want to fucking cleave this dude right fucking in half, just
What
like a
if you
banana.
cut his head off because
Oh,
then it's
yeah,
a vampire?
yeah. I should probably do that too.
So Tor,
Here for you.
with
I
with your incredible anger, you run up kind of behind and around this creature, and as it's kind of stuck on the ground with this tanglefoot bag, you had kind of like your axe is fairly heavy and you're pretty good at using it, but you were kind of bringing it behind you to use almost like a crazy spin move, and you kind of bring it low to high, and you got it up through its crotch, and then you're able to it kind of stops on its neck, and you're able to kind of like tear it out, so you lop its head off, and it kind of falls into 3 pieces on the ground. Bleh. Its body is still there.
Okay, yeah, and I think I have stakes. Right? We all bought stakes, or was that just one of us?
Cyra has all the stakes on her.
Oh,
luckily,
okay.
Cyra bought the steaks.
luckily she's down
That's right.
here.
And I
Yeah.
grabbed my bag. So
Okay.
I think it's ready for you, Sarah.
I'm gonna take them out of my bag.
So
I'm gonna use. Oh, okay, I'm not. Gonna do that. Fine.
Tor, as you've kind of cleaved this creature in twain, you actually watch as its body on the ground kind of starts like sewing itself together. And because it's its turn,
Oh, motherfucker.
Is it gonna turn into bats?
it actually gets up. It like you watch as all of its parts just fuse back together.
What if I had its head in my hand?
Surprisingly enough, that is not quite the case. However, next time
Tangle-footed.
it is he's still tangle-footed. Yes. So it's up. It's can't really go anywhere. It's going to use its remaining actions to reach out and touch Azalea. What's your AC there, Azalea?
Probably not good enough. 21.
Good enough to not be a critical hit.
Oh,
but
that was a scary phrase. Don't like that at all.
I need you to make a fortitude save.
Well, that's not good. How do I do that? Oh, yeah, just the 20 plus my really shitty mod now.
Yeah.
Fuck. 18?
That is a.
Fail?
Let me just make sure.
It's a bad
Yeah, you
fail.
failed. Yep.
Oh, it's a bad.
But it's not a crit. We know it's not a crit because the AC.
Yeah, but
You take
can hear it,
you
too.
take 25 points of negative damage.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, like a lot.
And you watch as it had barely kind of healed itself as it was like kind of pulling itself together, and Tor, you're reaching down to grab its head, but its arm kind of reaches out and grabs Azalea around the ankle and just like sucks the life out of her, and quickly before you're able to reach it, even though it's still entangled, it is able to heal itself. Quite a bit.
Motherfucker.
And it is now Azalea's turn.
I'm gonna back up and start using ranged weapons.
Okay, how far back are you going?
Like 10 feet.
Okay. The creature is no longer flat-footed.
Oh.
You win some, you lose some. You just took 25 damage. It's okay to take a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna start throwing daggers at him.
Dagger. Okay.
Bitch!
Dagger,
Okay.
dagger, dagger.
Let's see if I can even hit it. Oh, 12.
No, that is a miss.
I rolled a 2.
But it wasn't a 1.
It's true.
It was not, but it was not great. I'm gonna throw another one at him.
Okay.
Oh, and I still take the -5, right?
Yep.
Or agile. Okay, no, it's -4.
-4 +2 +1. So really, it's a -1 total.
Huh?
So
Find
the
broken.
Tanglefoot bag gives you a +1.
Uh,
And then Cyra gives you a +2. -4 is
okay.
just -1 total.
Oh, okay. 27.
That is a hit.
2 damage.
Okay.
Yes, +2 on top of that.
+2 damage. Hold on.
I
Well, I
hit
need
for
to
you.
because he's still marked for death. So that gives your agile and finesse weapons gain the backstabber and deadly D6, but it's not a critical, right?
Correct. And the backstabber doesn't work because it's not flat-footed. So
Oh, okay.
doesn't do anything for you at the moment, but maybe later.
All right. Well, anyway, I still will to faint against them. That doesn't. Okay, so it's just my regular damage then, except for the +2 that I'm given for this. Okay,
Correct.
that's okay. That's okay. Ugh. Well, fuck. Why can't I roll anything higher than a fucking 2? All right. Fucking 6.
Yeah, it just kind of thunks into its shoulder, and it seems to be just very, very angry. Okay. Cyra, it's your turn.
I
Cool.
don't.
So,
because he's not flat-footed, I don't get precision. You're right.
Correct.
Go on.
Yep.
okay, so I'm going to read something to you. So I want to use a focus point for
Okay.
lingering composition. And so I'm going to attempt a performance check. It says the DC is usually standard difficulty DC of
Okay.
a level equal to the highest level target of my composition.
Okay.
So for that it's going to be the standard level difficulty for level 4 characters because it's a positive one for Inspire Courage. You can assign, as the GM, a different DC based on circumstances.
Okay. Continue.
Oh, sorry. And that's just going to let my composition cantrip last longer. So for some number of rounds, I will get to use all 3 actions
Okay.
instead of having to use 1 to sustain.
So in this case, it'll be a level DC 19, not a level 19, DC 19.
Rolled a 28.
There you go. That's
Nice.
good enough.
All right, cool. So I get, it's almost critical success. Oh, that's okay. I get 3 additional rounds. So I'm going to use my cantrip. I'm going to use a 2nd level soothe spell on Azalea. And then next 3 rounds, I will have additional actions.
Okay.
Oh, please don't suck. Come on, don't suck. Okay, fine. It just sucked. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you're healed for 20 points of damage, and if he tries to use any kind of mind-based effect, you will have a +2 advantage.
Nice.
Azalea.
Right, good. I'm not close to dying anymore, which is cool. Probably if I fail any more saves, maybe. But
Yeah, I was gonna say with the drain condition, I worry a whole lot about you guys with the drain condition because I know it's
bad. Well, my
Yeah.
fortitude sucks anyway, so it's fine. It just sucks a little bit more now. Good.
Sorry, I rolled it the wrong way. Okay, that's the end of my turn. I'm done.
Nice. Okay, Danny, it's your turn, my guy.
Get him. Fuck him up.
I'm gonna throw a crystal shards bomb.
Ooh.
I have no idea what's gonna happen. I'm so excited.
So it's gonna make sharp crystal pointy things that cause damage and stuff. So let's see
Love
if
that.
it hits. Oh yeah, it's going to hit. +4 plus what I normally get. Yeah, it's over 30.
Okay, but how much over 30? I need to know.
Yeah, it might be a crit.
18. So 18 plus 13.
31.
31.
There you go.
It
Math.
is not a critical hit, but it is definitely a hit. So go ahead.
Did you add the 2 and the Tanglefoot 1?
Ooh, I added the 4 total. So the 2, maybe it's 30 instead of 31. You got the 2 for the thing you're doing, the 1 for
I
the
see.
Tanglefoot.
Yeah.
So it's 30.
So it's 30.
Okay.
Either way, still a hit.
Oh, but I was hopeful for your critical.
Okay, so it'll take from the bag. From the thing. It makes crystal shards grow where it impacts. These big like
That's
red
horrifying.
Yep.
So 4, 5, 6, 7 piercing,
Okay.
and then 4 piercing splash that I'll relegate to it with my ability to keep splash on the target. So 7,
Yep.
7 piercing, and then 4 piercing splash.
Okay. Yeah.
There's 1 minute of leftover crystals that act as caltrops,
Yup.
and then if you want to climb them, you get a bonus for like climbing. So what I'm hoping for is that the shards, kind of act like stakes or something. I don't know. We'll give it a shot.
Okay. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
Oh yeah. So that's 1 throw. Quick bomber. Still have another one, and I'll throw an alchemist fire at it
Okay. Go ahead.
with a -5.
But really, just a -2.
Yeah. 19.
It is a miss.
Boo.
You can still tag it
It
with,
takes
with
splash.
splash damage.
3 fire splash.
Tor, you also take 3 fire splash damage. As the first bottle hits it, and all these big crystals start growing out of it, but the second one smashes into a crystal rather than into the creature, and the spray kind of skews off and hits Tor.
It was probably worth it.
Tor, it is your turn again.
Stay dead. 28.
That's a hit.
15.
Okay. Tor, how do you want to do this?
Nice.
So I saw what happened. Is there a way for me to like cleave its head off and at the same move grab its head and pull it away from its body?
You have 2 more actions. Yeah, you could attempt to do that.
All right, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, so you
Dead.
you see all these crystals grow out of this thing, and this flash of fire washes over you, and in your rage, you just swing your axe. This time, a very beautiful cut across the neck, rather than kind of what happened last time. And as it kind of arcs upward away from the body, you're able to just kind of reach out and grab it with 1 action. So you have 1 more action. Do you want to move away? Do you want to
Yes,
throw it?
I want
What
to.
do you want to do?
Run! Please run with that. Sorry.
Yes, I wish to run 30 feet away from the vampire. Get it, Cyra! Like I've got it in my arm like a football.
Yep.
I'm running back right now.
Yep.
I can't hear you.
Oh, can we play keep away? Like we're just tossing it to each other?
Yes, on my next turn we can play keep away.
Okay. At this point, Tor, you watch as the flesh where you had kind of cut the head away from the rest of the body, you see tendrils of skin and bone and sinew try to reach out for the body, and the rest of you can also see the body attempting to regain traction with its head, and it can't find it, and it keeps trying to do it, and it's just not working. The body's just kind of twitching on the ground, and Tor, it seems that the head is either dead or unconscious, and it's not doing anything. It's not trying to bite you or anything, and you're very careful to keep the teeth away from you. But you're also very careful to keep the weird tendrils of flesh away from you, because you don't know what that shit is going to do.
Run back to the temple and
Put it in holy water.
Azalea, it's your turn. Do you want to do anything?
No, I'm gonna tell him to do that.
Okay.
Run to the temple and douse it in holy water. Maybe we need to.
That's what we That's what we figured out, right? It's the holy water
The head
and
needs to be anointed with holy water.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
try to take my rapier and pin the body down so it can't try to get back to the head.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You just kind of stab it, and you kind of hold it down.
And I want to take my disappearing daggers and just start stabbing it now that it's stuck in this.
There's a lot of blood going everywhere, but it doesn't really do anything else.
I'm not trying to hurt it. I mean, I'm trying to hurt it, but I know it's not going to do anything. It's just going to make me feel bad.
Okay. Cyra, It is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna sprint over with my bag and try to pull the stakes out.
Yeah, so you're able to run over and you're able to pull the stakes out.
Danny, Azalea, we gotta stake its heart. I honestly don't know if I can do it by myself. And so I'm gonna try. Like, can you like cut into it? Do we still need to go in turns right now? Like, I'm
so
cool doing that.
you do. Yep. So
Okay.
even though Azalea has kind of actually she's up here now.
Are any of the dagger holes she's made about where I think a heart would be?
So as you kind of go for it, you kind of make your stab in there,
Can it
and
wait?
the creature is actually it's writhing around too much for you to be able to just do it in one action. You
Okay.
feel like it'll probably take a full turn to do it.
Okay. Well, I've already used a movement action, but
Yes, you.
I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah, so you use the action to move over there, and you took your bag off and got the stakes out, and then you went to stake it, and it didn't stick. So next turn, hopefully you'll be able to get it if nothing crazy happens. Danny,
Danny will assist.
it is your turn. You are 10 feet away from the vampire.
So it's still writhing around in the middle of caltrops. which
It
would
is.
give Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it is. It's not having a good time. The bottom of it's getting cut up. There's crystals sticking out of it. There's a rapier in it. There's daggers in it now.
Those are persistent for 1 minute.
Oh yeah, it's having a bad time. To be clear.
I want to assist. I want to assist Cyra. That's what I want to do.
Do you want to move up next to her, or rather
Yes.
next to the body?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I help her by either stabilizing the body without stabbing myself with crystals too much, or I have a hammer. Oh yeah, I'll go in my bag and get a hammer.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay.
I love it.
Cool.
God, this is horrific.
So you're able to take another action to take the hammer out, and you just pass it over to Cyra with your last action. Tor, is there anything that you're doing?
Did anybody bring holy water, or is it only at the temple?
Did the
I do
people
not have any.
went to the temple? Did they maybe bring holy water?
Nope.
No. I want to run all the way to the fucking temple with this fucking head.
And just like touch down with it, like the football.
Yes.
So Tor just takes off sprinting. Okay. Azalea, are you gonna do anything other than just try to keep the body pinned?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna make sure that the body is there and
Okay.
stab away at it
So,
and kill me.
Cyra, are you going to attempt to stake it?
Yes, I want to try to stake it.
Yeah, so you realize that there's not really much, even with the help that you have, there's not much you can really do to do it from kind of the side, and you just kind of leap up onto this thing, and you you put the stake down, and you have a pretty good feeling of where it is, and Danny kind of holds it, and you just kind of, with this giant wooden hammer, two-handed over your head, just slam it down into this body, immediately just stops moving. It is no longer moving about. It's just there.
Okay, guys. We just gotta. Azalea, do you want to go? Like maybe help Tor. Is it done for now?
Yeah, he probably needs the extra help knowing him. I'll sprint after him too.
We all need our heroes.
Okay. And as I look at the body, is there any way? Does it look like I need to secure it in any better way?
It
Anything
seems like
we can do to?
it seems like the way you've kind of staked it is that it's not moving anymore. It's just
Okay.
It's not twitching. It's not moving. It's like there's crystals growing out of it. There's no longer a rapier in it. As Azalea kind of makes off towards Tor, easily catches him. But yeah, Danny and Cyra, you guys are left with this staked, kind of brutalized body in the middle of the street outside of a tavern.
God, we look like the murderers in the street at this point, Danny.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And
Yeah. So we should probably check its pockets when the crystals go away, so we can, totally look like we murdered him.
and as a matter of fact, Cyra, as you say that you feel like you look like murderers, there are some torches kind of further down the Kothon, and it looks like there's a group of guards heading your way.
Okay, quick! Like I'm going into the pockets. I wanna see if this guy's carrying anything.
I'm going to try to position my body in such a way that the guards aren't going to see him rifling through the pockets.
Make a perception check or a thievery check, one or the other.
Me or him?
No, Danny.
Okay.
As he's going through the pockets.
Yeah, this is 21 thievery.
Okay. You find a large key. It's kind of a
Love that
it's covered.
for us.
It's covered in like gold. It's probably the whole thing's probably not all gold, but it's at least gilded.
Half of it's chocolate.
Most of it's just empty air. It's a chocolate shell.
Yes.
Nice.
You find a coin purse. And then that's about it. It's pretty. This guy seemed to have gone out with the minimal things. And this coin purse probably looks like he looks a little fancy. This coin purse looks a little not fancy.
Wow.
He probably took it from somebody.
Womp womp.
Okay.
We do hate him.
So, you do your best to kind of position your body to be in front of this area as as a bunch of guards show up. It's a group of 4 guards here, and one of them. I mean, they're all kind of wearing like a breastplate and some chainmail, and they've all got these longer spears, and one of them
I love that the people who were very clearly affected by a vampire are not at the scene anymore, so saying that this guy was a vampire is like a little unprovable now that he doesn't have a head.
Does he have vampire-y creepy hands?
Well, it's really hard to tell with all the crystal shards cutting them up, and the stab wounds, and the lots of
The
burning,
tanglefoot.
the tanglefoot that's still around him. Yeah, it's kind of hard. They all just kind of like walk into the torchlight, and Scully is actually peering through the doorway, and they all just kind of stop. Everybody just kind of looks at each other for a second.
Okay, guys.
Well,
I know.
what's all this then?
Okay, so I know this looks bad, but this dude is a vampire who was chasing and attacked our friend. They're currently taking his head to the temple to anoint it with holy water so that he can die. See, that's why we staked it. Just give us a couple minutes for our friends who are taking the head to the temple to get back. I know it looks bad. Just honestly, I'm cool just like hanging out here for a minute if you guys have time.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Yeah. 19.
Nice.
And so, as you say this, the guards look, they have these kind of open-faced helms, and they look very concerned. And one of them is about to say something, and Scully kind of sticks her head out the door. No, dear, please, no, they're not kidding. And you could tell that she kind of puts on a character to be the owner of this place. She kind of breaks out of it. She says, no, actually, please. I was outside with this fine goblin gentleman here, and somebody came out of the alleyway and got attacked, and there was blood, and just look everywhere. They were attacked, and they all the guards look at each other, and one of them on the end, as he kind of comes into the torchlight, you realize that on his arm, which this guy must have the largest arms in existence, he's got a very large bird, probably almost the size of you, Cyra. It is a big fucking bird.
Good lord.
And you both see him like whisper to it, and he like launches it off of his arm, and it flies in the direction that of the temple, which also happens to be the way that Tor and Azalea are going. And one says,
Is it going to the Temple of Stranger? I'm pretty sure that's where they're going.
And they just kind of.
I should have added that first. I'm sorry.
They just kind of look at each other, and you don't know really what's happening, as they don't really say anything, but they just kind of like form a circle around you, to two of them are looking up and like one is looking kind of down the road, one's looking
They
up
all
the road,
vampires.
and then the others they've clearly set up like a
perimeter.
crime scene perimeter.
I was backing away while she was talking, like slowly.
Oh.
Trying to.
Yeah, no, one of them just kind of
But-
he just puts his spear out in front of you and just kind of like ushers you back toward the body.
Okay.
It's okay, Danny. It'll be all right.
And so, neither Tor nor Azalea, neither of you spot the eagle as it flies overhead. It's fairly dark out here, and there's a little bit of light down here, so it's kind of throwing
I'm
off
focused
your.
on running.
Yeah,
The nearest holy water.
you are sprinting it out. The nearest holy water, as far as you know, is the Temple of Stranger, and that's a long run. And as you're kind of sprinting, it's the city's not dead at night by any means, but it's certainly not busy out here. And you guys also come across, seen very clearly as you get up to an intersection. There's a trio of guardsmen on horseback, and they just see you like barreling out of the night, and they all halt! What are you doing? Halt! Why do you have a head?
I'm not slowing down for anybody.
Unofficial church business and keep
Roll a diplomacy check. I mean, you're not lying. It is unofficial, I suppose.
Please don't suck. I love you.
Well, it did. I got a whole 10.
Hero point.
You do have a hero point. You can do that.
I'm not using it on this. If they catch me, I'll use it to escape. But
I support that.
Okay, so as you kind of barrel by them, you realize that they're on horseback, and they quickly give chase. And they what's your AC, Tor?
20.
So
Well, actually, I guess I'm not raging anymore, right? So
yeah,
21.
21. Yeah. So Azalea, you easily dodged the net that they throw at you, but Tor, his single-mindedness, Tor, you got tangled up in a net and it just kind of like face plant into the pavement.
As I'm going down, am I able to toss the head to Azalea?
Make a reflex save? Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, you can make a reflex save.
14.
Yeah, Azalea, you also make a reflex save.
Catch it.
So Tor, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as your face meets the pavement.
Worth it.
18.
Yeah, so Tor like gets tangled, and as he's falling, he just kind of like rugby tosses the the head, and Azalea quickly just leaps up, grabs it, and just starts fucking sprinting. And halt! What are you doing? One of the guards quickly just hops down, and Tor, you're kind of in this net. He quickly just ties the net up, just kind of like ties you to the back of his horse.
Are you able to make a strength check to break it free?
Yeah, sure, you could try.
18.
Worse than little hooligans.
So you hear some of the ropes in the netting start popping, and as you do this, this guardsman he's got a cutlass, and he just puts it to your neck, and he says, "Just stop! What are you
Let me
doing?
free! We must kill the vampire!
What? You're running around with a head. What are you doing?
Must be anointed with holy water to kill the vampire!"
Are you trying to like intimidate this guy? Or are you trying to like just talk your way out of it? What are you trying to do here?
I'm trying to talk my way out of it, but I am very large and very angry.
Yeah, you can roll an intimidation check.
Nope. It's like a 4.
Did you say
Yeah.
a 4?
Yes, because I have a +0 and I rolled a 4.
Oh no!
It happens. It happens.
Come on then. God damn it. Just stay here. And he like hefts you like onto the back of the horse, and he starts riding in the direction of Azalea. Azalea is still sprinting. Azalea, what's your AC?
Am I able to assist her anyway to like throw off his aim?
The one that threw his net caught
Oh.
you. So this is the
Okay, so
third
no.
guy is throwing his
Gotcha.
net.
It's also 21, so.
Yeah. So he meets beats with his net.
Aw.
Oh no, I was so close.
And you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you a little more gracefully fall as the trio of guardsmen on their horses catch up. And one of the one of the guards, the guy who caught you specifically, he's a fairly large human man, and he's wearing this very heavy plate mail, and he's got a tower shield on his back, and he just says, "Why are you running? We told you specifically to halt. Does anybody have any respect for the law nowadays?"
Unhand us. We must anoint this head with holy water.
Doesn't.
Take the head and look at the teeth.
And so you're kind of tangled up, and it's kind of hard to do. And Tor is shouting, and
But I'm still trying.
this man, he hops down from his horse, and this dude is his horse is a real no shit war horse compared to these other guys who have a little bit, I don't want to say scrawnier, but smaller horses. He's just this big, majestic, just all black warhorse, and he steps down and he yes,
Thank you.
and he kneels down next to Azalea, and Tor, you're still writhing and making noise, and he takes the head from Azalea because you're all tied up, and he looks at it and he opens the jaws and says, "Huh. Well, if you had stopped, we wouldn't be doing this right now." Just
Time is of the essence.
he
He's chasing us.
he actually just takes your net and throws it over the back of his horse, and he hops on and they start riding toward the temple with both of you in the back. He's got the head just kind of resting on his horse's neck, just as he's riding. He's got no other way to really carry it. So you guys quickly head towards the temple of, well, actually, it's the nearest temple in this case.
Are me and Tor traveling side by side now?
Tor is kind of in the
Sack
back.
Potatoes.
Tor is the sack of potatoes in the back, and you're the sack of potatoes with the lead horse.
All right. I'm gonna yell at him. At least I got caught by the big guy, bitch.
I'll remember that.
Okay, so so you head over to and you can see that the guards are clearly, they're not talking to each other, but there's some clear form of communication as they're working together to move through the streets. And you guys head over rather than the Temple of Strenger. You head to a large temple, kind of on the more towards the center of the city. It's kind of this grand crenellated tower built of yet more white marble. You can see that there's a grove of olive trees out front as you kind of quickly pass through it. And without really saying a word, the guard that has all of you, and Azalea, do a society check for me real quick.
Does she know this one?
Probably not with that roll. Give me a second. Oh, no. 11.
So the jostling has really kind of, and also the impact of your face on the cobblestone has kind of messed with your recollection a little bit. This guy, the guy that the guard captain that has picked you up, looks kind of familiar, but you can't really place his name. But at this point, he actually just runs inside the tower, just in time for because you're on the largest horse, Azalea, for a very, very large eagle to land next to you, on the saddle of this horse. And it's got this big curved golden beak and mostly brownish black feathers and a little bit of white on the tail. And it kind of screeches at some of the guards to kind of take note, and they again seem to communicate with it, but non-verbally as it lifts off. So at this point, we'll go back to Danny and Danny and Cyra. The guards are not talking to you, but they're very much making sure that you're not going anywhere.
It's at some point I'd like to stick my hand kind of in my in the front edge of my coat and kind of puff my chest out and act like I'm somebody important. Courtly graces.
Make a society check, yeah. Make that
and I want
impression.
to. And what I want to tell him is, Captain Borger will be very pleased to hear that you've dispatched this vile creature. Pretty good.
Nice.
Society 21.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a smile. There's just the guard standing next to you. Just kind of this like pale blue Undine man, and he has a kind of a smile, like he knows he kind of did a good job. And then you mention his boss's name, and he kind of like deflates a little bit. And then the rest of the sentence kicks in, and he's like, "Oh, you're right. I am good. Yeah." And so he seems a much happier person. He doesn't respond. He's doing his best to, I don't know, not maybe muddy the crime scene, maybe not get too swayed by the alleged murderers in the street.
Yeah, and my companion and I require refreshment. We shall not leave the area, and then I'm going to try to walk by again.
Yeah, he just kind of steps in your ways. I'm sorry, friend, but we can't let you go. We have to get word back that your story is true, and as you kind of try to step around this guard, you both notice, and the guards, the two guards that are at least looking at the body, notice as the body just suddenly starts to writhe, and and they both kind of lower their spears, and the other two turn around and they lower their spears, but it's only a moment as the body kind of just turns to ash, and the clothes kind of deflate, and the wooden stake kind of just actually, rather than falling away, it like flares up in this like greenish fire, and it quickly disintegrates. And then all the guys kind of look at each other.
There we are. Mission accomplished. Thanks for your support.
Well, just stay here for a moment. Yes, just the eagle kind of comes back and lands on this taller, darker looking man, and he seems to again communicate with this eagle. And it's all right. You all can go free, but be available for questioning in the future. There's more to this than meets the eye.
Thank you very much. Your professional services are quite professional. And then try to walk away.
Yeah, and they let you go this time.
I'm gonna go to the inn.
Yeah.
Inside the inn.
So,
Yes, I'm
Cyra,
gonna
are you going
follow
in there as
inside.
well?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And at this point, Azalea and Tor, you guys are actually released from your bags as the
I was gonna say currently under arrest.
as the guard captain comes back out and he says, "Interesting. Vampire hunters in my city. I didn't think I would have to see the day. Well, next time we tell you to stop, perhaps we could help you. But thank you for the services you have provided to the city. Now, do you require rides back to your abode?"
It would be
You're
much
right.
appreciated.
Be available for questioning in the future. There's certainly something afoot in this city, and if there are vampires, then there's more to it.
Yeah, he was straight up killing someone before he saw me, so like there's another body somewhere.
Yeah, what alley was that in? Do you remember?
Could you direct us
No.
that way?
Maybe. I
Roll a
don't-
society check.
I was running. Okay, 22.
Yeah, so you kind of are able to give them general directions to where they need to go.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a dead short guy in there.
Dead short
Ran
guy.
away. I didn't see what he was.
I know. It's just
person.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's fair, but still funny.
That's funny.
And so you two are given rides back to the Silver Scale Scullery. And
Can I ride with the big horse?
the captain peels off on his own.
Oh man.
And that is where we're going to take our break. Let's get back together at 35. All right. So, as Tor and Azalea are making their way back to the Silver Scale Scullery, Danny and Cyra are inside. There's a couple of shocked patrons watching you. Everything kind of goes quiet when you step inside. Scully has retreated back behind the bar. Everybody's just kind of staring at you, and after about 30 seconds of this kind of awkward silence, they just kind of go back to their drinks and whatnot. Danny, I know you said you wanted a drink. Cyra, what are you doing?
I just want to find like a corner to curl up in. This has been a day.
I mean,
I'll just go with her. I actually don't want to drink. I was just telling the guards that.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So there's a small corner by the bar that you can kind of
For the small people.
for the small folks that just kind of get on against the wall, just kind of sit down and curl your tail up a little bit.
So what did I miss while I was running downstairs? What the fuck was that?
This Azalea came around the corner and this vampire like smashed into her and was biting her and stuff. So we, I guess we tried to save her. I don't know what she was doing or why I was chasing her, but and I got this, and I'll kind of flash her the key. Like, what do you think this goes to?
Something fancy.
Yeah, I hope so. It's golden.
Mm.
So do we keep the key to like use it, or do we like sell the key for the gold?
Okay, the first thing we do is we find what the key goes to, and then we can make decisions about do we keep it or do we oh. Okay, so here's the real angle we gotta go with this. We find what the key goes to. We clear out what we want from whatever it keeps safe. But we do that discreetly. And then what we do is we make it look like it's untouched and undisturbed. And then we sell the key to someone who thinks they're going to get whatever was in there. And so we basically get to have our cake and eat it too.
So
that's what we do.
I'm just going to look like surprised and happy. Wow, this is like a new side of you. Like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Obviously a rich person, and they're not really people. Have you met them?
Yes. Yeah, I have. And they are people because they can
Only
make bad things happen.
But they're not like real people. I get that they exist and they have choice, but they make bad choices, so they'll be fine. Like, you think they're gonna notice because it insults them. They're not gonna notice because it hurts them. They're fine.
Now take out the little coin purse and go, you think there's platinum in here? No.
It doesn't look real fancy.
You never know. And I'll open it up. How much? What do I find inside of it?
Okay, you find 12 gold pieces.
Ooh. I'm gonna say that's not bad.
11
not bad,
silver pieces. And 7 copper pieces.
Not bad.
Hey, we got some pocket change.
Yeah, buy several
kind of
drinks.
put it in my pocket.
I'm sorry
That
that I
is-
included you in being rude to Tor. You don't deserve that.
What? What do you?
You know
okay.
exactly what I'm talking about. You can pretend. I get that you don't like talking about it, but I'm sorry.
What? Oh, wait. You're being rude. What?
You didn't
gonna-
deserve that. You deserved better.
Okay. I'm gonna just like say it literally. Just be like, okay.
Yep, and I get that he doesn't want to talk about it, so I have made my apology, and I'm also not going to talk about it ever again.
And I'm
go ahead.
like just pocketing. I'm pocketing this money. I'm not giving it to anybody else. Like to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
undisturbed by this.
If they ask about it later, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But next round, drinks are on you.
Okay.
At this point, kind of as the noise is picking up again in the tavern, Tor and Azalea, you're dropped off by the other two guardsmen, who just kind of nod and
I tell the
trot
guardsmen
away.
that I look forward to catching up with Captain Borger the Elder again, and I'll say it in such a way that I know that everybody knows he's annoyed by being called it that way.
Yeah, and the rest of the guys, they look at you, and then their eyes kind of narrow. They see what you're trying to do, and they just trot away. Um, yeah, because I mean, you also you have done some work with Captain Borger, and that you recognize the man on the warhorse as Captain Borger. You knew who it was, but it took you that long because again, you also hit your head on the pavement. But you were in town a lot more recently than than Azalea was, so a little more obvious to you anyway. Do you guys go inside the scullery?
Yeah, I go inside and I want to survey and find out where our little friends are.
Make him roll a perception check because we're small.
Yeah, they're actually kind of hard to spot, but there's actually like people have kind of gravitated away from you guys, because you just like murdered a man in the street. Now, whether it was a vampire or not, people are kind of holding that close to their chest. They saw the guards were involved. They don't want to get any part of what you guys are at this point. So it takes you a minute, but then you realize that there's a big open space, and they're kind of over in a corner on their own. So
I'll roll over there and I'm going to grab both of them and say, "You guys were wonderful!" And I'm going to spin them around, and then I'll set them back down.
I am very distressed.
Azalea, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go get a drink.
Yeah, Scully doesn't even say anything to you. She just like hands you a full tankard. Just kind of waves.
I'm not even gonna sit down. I'm just gonna start drinking the whole thing.
Okay.
Can I try to figure out who the captain is now that I've like calmed
Yeah,
down?
you can roll another society check for yourself there.
Why do I know? Okay, better. There should be a reason why I almost recognize that guy. 21.
Yeah, so Captain Borger is captain of the guard, obviously. He has a son, also named Captain Borger, the younger, as it were, and you never personally worked with.
Is it like Borger like Borger?
Yes.
Borger.
Yes, Borger, Borger, and yeah, so he for a while used to be the warden of Orlam's, the prison in the city.
Oh, no.
That you know probably too well. So it took you a minute. He's grown in his age. He was there in the early years of your imprisonment, but has now moved kind of out of the prison.
Oh. I will need another drink then.
Scully tops you off. She's not charging any of you guys for anything. She saw what happened compared to some of these people who didn't really see it. So she seems very, very much on your side. So she's just giving you drinks for free, at least for tonight.
Okay, and I'm just gonna go sit down and like everything's probably still flashing before my eyes.
Yeah, a little bit. You had a bit of a stressful evening.
Weird.
So
I'm going to sit down at the small people place with my small people friends.
His knees are like up at his shoulders.
Yeah. Are you sitting with them, Azalea, or are you sitting apart from them?
Yes, but I'm sitting on the table.
Yeah. Okay.
Just drinking.
I yell. Oh.
Yes. And the rest of the tavern kind of looks at you. Yeah. A couple of people. Yeah. A couple of drunk people are like, yeah. And the rest of the tavern's like, all right. And Scully comes over and she's got full tankards for all of you. Whether or not you drink it is up to you guys, but she kind of puts them all in front of you.
How did you run into? Well, I guess apparently he ran into you, but like, what the fuck? This is me. I'm looking at Azalea when I say this. Do you want to talk about it. By that I mean, please elaborate. Did he find you?
She's struggling a little bit, clearly.
I look like I'm gonna answer, and then I just like take another drink instead. So I was walking, and then I saw him kill a guy, and then I ran. That's about it. It was still a lot.
That's less bad than I was expecting.
What were you expecting? I made
That
a
you were like sneaking in somebody's house. I don't know. You do shit. It's fine.
This is not the place to break into people's houses. Like maybe another
Thank
city.
you. Thank you. Concur.
Yeah, maybe another city.
It's like these guards don't fuck around. God, they weren't mean about it. We had a little escort while we waited for the body to dissolve and then the stake to go up in green flame. So there's that.
Oh, did it dissolve?
Yeah, it just like vanished. It's
I
gone.
didn't get to see what
Steak's
happened.
gone
to
too.
the head.
Exciting.
We got caught, so I didn't get to see what happened to the head. But like, cool.
Do you think we
With
could
the flame
ask?
you-
Yeah, no, the stake went up in green flames though, so we're down one, but hopefully we don't need any of the others.
Not that I'm aware of. That was tough enough.
Maybe you should get holy water in the morning just in case. I don't want to
Weren't
have.
you
Make
at
it a
the
little
temple
easier.
yesterday? Today.
I mean, kind of officially yesterday, but you guys haven't slept yet. So yeah, today.
True, but I
Yeah.
don't think any of us were intending to run into the vampire quite yet.
Yeah, that's how vampire attack works, though. You don't like intend to get attacked by them.
Well,
What are
it
you?
works better when you lay the trap and the plan than when you're just kind of caught off guard. But it worked out for us this time. All due to everybody's help.
As long as we don't run into that captain guy again, I think we'll be fine.
Oh, he's not too bad. You just gotta know which buttons to push.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Hey, so any ideas? I'll pull out the key.
Oh,
It
Don't
probably
know.
unlocks something.
do you think maybe the where we saw him go in? Because this is probably the guy we saw go into the tomb, right? Or the catacomb. Do you think it just opens that gate, or do you think this opens up like his house?
It's a fancy key. I don't think it unlocks the cemetery.
These people are rich bitches. It might.
But it's not a private cemetery. If it was a
It was
private
a-
cemetery, sure. Do you mean
Pri-
the tomb?
Yeah, that's what I mean. The catacomb or the mausoleum.
Yeah, so we've both unlocked the door. Does this look like a key that goes in that door?
As you guys had kind of opened that door the other day, not really. It would be a similar shape, but this key looks too large.
Are there any markings on it?
Roll a perception check.
$18.
There are some markings. It appears to be. What languages do you speak, Danny? I forget this every time.
Ooh. Yeah, there's a bunch. Sorry, I'm real smart. Common, Goblin, Sylvan, Dwarven, Undercommon.
You can't read the letters, but you know they're letters.
Ah, well, yeah, there's markings here. Hold on. And now I used an infused reagent to make a comprehension elixir.
Can I look at it real quick? And so I speak Abyssal, Common, Draconic, Elven, Infernal, Sylvan. Still nothing?
Yeah, here you go.
It appears to be Elven.
Oh, okay. It's just Elven. What does it say?
What's it say?
And there are letters, mostly what appears to be an address on Merchant's Row. So there are numbers. It's 415 MR. And then there's also the letters AQ there.
Does
Okay,
the
so I
address
got-
make sense to me?
So Tor, you have done some work in that area. Yeah, it sounds like that would be an estate on Merchant's Row, and Azalea, you are very well aware of what estate this is. This appears to be the Quickthorn estate. Now, whether you share that or not is up to you, but the AQ is probably for either of the Quickthorns, either Alondrin or Elena. You're not sure. But yeah, it appears to be their estate.
Yeah, that's a house up on Merchant's Row.
Yeah, I know exactly what house.
Oh,
Do we like them?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. One of them. One of them. Maybe not anymore. We have a rocky relationship. None right now, actually. None. We should keep it that way.
This has been not at
That's-
all enlightening. Would you like
that's
to
confusing.
elaborate? Please just say no like the meme. Sorry. I know how much you love it.
She's just not going to answer you at all.
What's like
Say
no?
no.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, we didn't hear
pick
you.
up. Yeah, it didn't pick up.
Curiosity intensifies.
Uh, so do we
No.
know who the vampire was? Let's start there. What do we know?
Yeah,
Oh.
did I recognize who he was? He was the guy I was trying to kill, right?
He matched the clothing description, and now this key kind of confirms it. This guy worked or lived or both on the Quickthorn estate at the very least. And Azalea, he was wearing the correct clothing to match, and had the correct, long crooked nose as Kalen Unger, the guy that you were supposed to assassinate.
Oh. Yeah, this guy definitely worked for the place, though. It makes sense that he has their key. Bitch.
I don't recognize him, but I do believe my service to Vrshag is complete with the annihilation of this vampire.
Why would he
He'd
be
be
a
set
vampire,
free.
though? I don't think they work with vampires. Did they? Hold on.
so are these
Perhaps
people
they
rich?
didn't know.
I mean, we're
No,
saying
I
they're
don't.
rich. They're rich, right?
Oh yeah, no, these people are like, I mean, you think that they're rich. I mean, like rich. Like you're not thinking rich enough.
In my head, they are well into the not real people category.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so what you're saying is the key's valuable.
We're not selling the key.
I mean,
Why?
why not?
I'm just gonna take it.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
want
let
you
take
to.
it. It's in my
Yeah.
hand. Or wait,
Yeah.
wait. Who's holding it?
So
I'm
Cyra
holding
is
it
holding
because
it
of-
at the moment.
Okay. I don't want to give it up.
Can I sleight of hand it?
You're going to roll
No?
against my thievery, I think?
Yeah, actually, yes. So you could do it would be a thievery check versus her thievery DC.
Oh, that's not that. Yeah, I'm not going to win that one.
It
I mean, I'm still
depends.
going to make you roll.
I could roll really badly.
Yeah, like I'm going to fight you for it.
She's never done that before.
God, I hope you're rolling that one.
I might. My rolls have been like.
I'll take it too.
Yeah, they
Like-
haven't been good this session, unfortunately.
Alright, so I'm rolling thievery.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, not terrible. 22.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah. So you
Not
you
bad.
just kind of like reach across the table and as Cyra's like, no, you can't have it. You just easily pop it out of her hand. Like you weren't. It's almost like you
Fine,
weren't
just
even
give the
holding
health
it.
back. What the fuck?
One sec.
You didn't take this key.
Once I kill who I need to kill, we can sell it. But until then, this is going to help me get into the house. It's just one last.
I thought we
step.
agreed we weren't going in that house. I thought you said
yeah.
we're not going in that house.
No, once I'm strong enough to kill them all, then we can go in the house. But I have to get good enough to kill them all.
Why are we killing them?
Because I want to.
Why?
Personal reasons.
Hey,
Do
can
you
I
have
see it?
any idea what that's going to bring down on you?
Let me see the key. Let me see it.
It's
Like, is
only-
it worth dying?
I mean, yeah.
Oh. You sure you don't want to like talk about it?
No, I want to. I mean,
That seems like a better solution.
kill them first, it's okay. I just have to kill them first, and they don't know I'm alive, so like it's fine.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be talk about you after tonight.
What?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even at this. I don't even know what questions to ask now.
Yeah.
Why do they think you're dead? Why do you want to kill them?
They might not think I'm dead, but they don't know I'm here, as far as I'm aware. Well, now
What
that
if
he's
they
dead,
do?
know, so that's good. Huh?
What if they do? Are you sure you want to try to kill people who are richer than anyone's conception of rich? They have power.
They also have lives to lose, and I'm going to kill them.
So do we, but they have a lot more power.
I mean, that's
All
fine.
here mortal. What
I
if we
just-
just leave.
No. No. Tempting. We still can't. We have to wait for the ship.
Oh my god. You have to resist murdering people for 3 weeks. Can you do it?
Oh, I'm not like until I'm strong enough. I don't think I'm good enough yet. I have to get better at killing first.
That checks.
Yeah, but I'm gonna throw my whole the whole ale.
I'm going to dodge it.
Make a reflex save.
25.
Yeah, just kind of sails over your shoulder, and Scully just kind of gives this really disgusted look. But she doesn't say anything.
Hey, I think you need to go clean that up.
I'm gonna turn and press to digitate it away.
There you go. Scully just looks mostly confused, but just kind of like just shrugs in frustration.
I'm going to very dramatically, way more than it actually requires, wave my hands when I press to digitate it away.
Okay.
All right.
Have we learned or established anything?
It's about what?
Anything.
Fair enough.
Why was a member of the estate murdering people? Why does the estate employ a vampire? Does
Maybe
the
he
estate
wasn't-
know? Pardon?
Maybe he wasn't at first. Was he always a vampire? I don't think so.
I don't mean to like denigrate our efforts, but I don't think that's a true-born vampire.
No, because like he wasn't. I don't remember him being a vampire when we were like when I was interacting. He wasn't. Was he always a vampire? Do I need to do a recall knowledge?
Sure, you could do a society check, a religion check. Actually, it'd be a religion check. You have to do a religion check for
Religion?
this.
I
Yeah,
have personal ties to this guy.
I
I've seen him
know.
before.
I know.
But it's establishing whether or not he was a vampire.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I probably won't know. Let's see, 8 plus religion,
Yep.
10.
He was a very, very, very young baby last time you saw him. It is entirely possible that babies could be considered vampires in a weird sense of being parasites, but like that's as far as you can kind of take that logic.
Yeah.
He was just a baby.
He was a baby last time. He's probably not a vampire. Wasn't a vampire. Is now a vampire.
Not many are true born as a baby, like that girl we found in.
That invited us to the tea party.
That invited us to the tea party. Yeah.
And now we're going to
Nashlands.
tea party. It's fine. So like, why would he? Is there a reason?
Did he ever invite you to a tea party?
Is everyone in that house a vampire now? Does that make any sense? Is that too much of a jump? That's probably too much of a jump.
I hope not. I hope they're not all vampires.
Yeah, we should. We need to. We should stake this out for like a couple more days. Who has a spyglass?
Sarah already staked him. But
Stanny. And Azalea. You kept him still.
Yeah, I need to go find a spyglass so we can go like watch the rest of it. Are they going to be weird?
Why? Why?
Because I need to find out.
Why?
You don't want to know why a vampire?
I do.
That's how we find out.
Why do you want to know?
I'm not super curious. I just wanted him dead.
Yeah, well, so they kind of framed me for murder, so I kind of have a vested interest in their downfall.
What?
Did they have a good
Oh,
reason
is
for
this
that?
the prison thing?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, now I kill people for real, but I mean, that was a byproduct of getting put in there for not really killing someone. But anyway, I have a vested interest in their downfall.
All right. I feel you.
Why, were you also framed for murder? This is a weird thing to have happened twice.
If I had a nickel for each time.
I'd have two
No,
nickels.
I just, but it's still weird that it happened. No, I get it now. Why all of this matters to you so much? Okay.
Yeah, I have to
that's
kill
fair.
them.
That's fair. Do you know the primary like driving force behind the murder framing? Killing the whole family seems difficult, perhaps even daunting. What if we just killed the cause?
I'm trying to figure out who the real cause was, because one definitely did it, but I'm not sure if the other one had a hand in it, and one definitely didn't. So, like, I don't know who I have to kill. So I need to figure out the networkings first, and then I'll figure out.
All right. I gotcha. Okay.
Tor, I need you to roll a society check for me real quick.
Okay.
Pretty good. 23.
Okay. So Tor, in your time working around here, you've known the Quickthorn family to be extraordinarily rich, as we've kind of gone over already. But they're extraordinarily rich because they own a mercenary company. And you recall that mercenary company was worth quite a bit of money, and that they used to work for Karthos. They were under the employ of the city. That's why they live here. But you also happen to recall the name of that mercenary company being
Don't you do this to me, demon.
the Forest
What's the name?
Sprites.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Whom, again, you will recall, though Danny doesn't quite recall because he was engrossed in his work at the time.
The unicorn.
Yes, they are currently, as far as you are aware, in the Ashlands now. For whatever reason. So either their contract changed,
but then
or
he's a vampire, and Ashlands are full of vampires, and now they have a connection. Why are there?
so
what's
Tor,
happening?
you've kind of put some points together as Azalea. You're starting to get a little bit not only tired, you're still drained. That drained is not gonna go away.
Smash the table with my fist and be like, balderdash!
It's like,
And then realize I yelled that out loud.
Is more crazy rambling right now. But listen, guys. Go on.
So I'll grab everybody in, since I made a big scene, and try to be quiet now, and be like, these guys own a mercenary company called Forest Sprites. I don't know if you were tracking that, Azalea. That also own a unicorn that you may or may not have seen in the Ashlands. It's all coming together.
I don't have, like, one vampire is suspicious, but it's not enough to, like, understand.
Now they're in the Ashlands, the cohort with a bunch of vampires, maybe?
Yeah, but, like, is it because they're vampires? Are they both vampires? Wait, are all three of them?
Maybe. I hope not. They're at least doing business with.
Do the Quickthorns keep good records?
Yeah, would I know that?
You never really dealt with their record keeping.
I didn't do the business side.
You would guess that they probably have at least one set of records.
Let's find out why the Forest Sprites are in the Ashlands. I bet there's record of that, and we have a key. I know you want the primary purpose of the key to be to kill everyone, but this might help you narrow down who and why.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Are we in agreement?
Ooh, investigation. I don't know what that means, but I'm interested.
All right, let's clearly define what investigate means.
Rummage through papers?
Oh, and that we are not gonna take actions that we know might bring the authorities down on us. unless there is a high degree of certainty and success that we're not going to get caught. So we're not
See,
going to randomly
this is why you're my
attack people
friend, and
from
I shake her.
graveyards.
Then wait, hey, I'm just gonna interject a little. We don't have to do the investigating. Like, we could pay somebody or something.
Do
Do
is
you
there
have
anybody who's just-
money to pay for an investigation? Do you
I
have
mean,
money for that?
I don't know. Maybe
How
depends on how much
do
it
you have
costs.
then? Well, how much do you have then? Not enough.
Well, maybe. I mean, how much? Maybe. I've got at least 80 gold.
Yeah, see, I got more boo, and that's not enough.
Also, is there anyone we would who do we want to share this information with? This is obviously something you've kept close, Azalea. Do you want to tell everybody? Do you want to tell the investigator? Do you want the investigator to know? Yeah.
Nobody.
I don't think that's ideal.
No,
I could pay a hobo 2 pieces of gold to go sit out in front of their house. I mean, you see
I'm
what
not
I'm saying?
opposed to that. But who are we going to send in to get record? I don't think I want to pay a hobo 2 gold for that.
Probably.
I don't anticipate success.
No.
Yeah, and the consequences of failure are high.
I'm just saying.
No, I definitely agree with outsourcing the less secure parts of this.
I know people here that can help. I mean, that maybe.
There are plenty of bums that sit outside the merchant district.
Well, there's a guy we haven't met yet, and he's at the other inn here at the
problem
Kothon.
solver, one might say.
You have more connections here than me? That's wild.
I stayed here for this is my first. This is like home. Sort of. I got
What does
arrested
that
here,
mean?
sort of.
Huh?
How long were you in prison?
Oh no, I
like
mean,
a few years. A few more than a few years, but not like crazy. Just like a while.
What?
okay, so
Why not tell us the number?
It's I out of character, don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh. Okay, copy. Do you want to pretend you told us the number and we'll get it later?
I think it was at least 20. I think we agreed 20 or something.
It was
A
20-ish
few.
years.
20-ish, yeah.
You spent a lot
That's
of
a long
time in
time.
prison.
Yeah.
It explains so much.
Thank you. That's what I was aiming for.
Oh, wow. So this is a lot to unpack, just all this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna go drink some more,
Okay.
and then maybe forget about today if I'm successful.
Okay.
Forget about it. It was glorious.
It was deeply traumatic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was very disturbing. It was very grisly.
We sent an undead packing. We get to test ourselves against it in battle. It was glorious.
It was like a lot of stabbing.
Danny did some badass shit.
Blood.
yeah, I did. It was pretty cool.
This was a lot to like that.
I was a little busy trying not to die.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Thanks for healing. That was
Yeah, Sarah coming in clutch like usual.
helpful. Oh, you can't.
I'm just gonna give him squinty-eyed look. I refuse to be flattered.
All right, I'm gonna, and I'm just gonna go. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah, this is. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Yes, it's been a day.
It is like 3 in the morning at this point. So
Yeah, I'll get him.
I was woken from a dead sleep. I was not pleased. Okay.
Yeah, we should go to bed.
Yeah.
Who's got the key?
Azalea does at this point.
Okay.
My plan was the better one. Hers will be more interesting.
Okay, so you guys all head to bed.
Yes.
I do.
Yep.
All right. So
I thought, Azalea, are you still drinking, or did you go to bed?
No, I was like, and then I just.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the rest of your evening, you all kind of like collapse into your beds and just kind of pass out, unless there's something you guys want to do right before you go to bed. Now we've come to a little bit of a decision point as you have 3 weeks worth of downtime, and I know you guys have already told me what you want to do, but now there's a couple of wrenches that have been thrown into the mix here. You can do things early, or you can do them after the things you already plan to do, i.e., retraining or trying to get money, or listening for things on the town, or whatever you're trying to do. Um, so as a kind of a group, come to a consensus about: do you want to take your 3 weeks time? Do you just want to do 2 weeks? Um, do you want to do 2.5 and then whatever, or it's up to you.
All I planned on doing was getting a spyglass, watching them, and then maybe picking drunk people if it looks like it's gonna be.
Okay, Danny, what are you thinking?
Thinking like I was gonna go work for Herb for a little while, but also given the events of today, we may want to do this for like 2.5 weeks and give ourselves like 3 days on the back end to like tie up anything. So maybe do like 15 days of work and then 5 days of cleaning up, or maybe what is I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Give ourselves like 3 or 4 days to take care of business.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to do any retraining until I get to level 6.
And Cyra, what do you think?
Yeah, if we're not planning to actively investigate, I'll just stick with my plan, and I'm cool with as much saving a couple days till the end.
Okay, so we'll say then that you will work 17 days and leave 4 days on the back end.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Prepare to fast forward.
Prepare to fast forward. Well, I'm gonna go from person to person here.
Okay.
Namely, I'm actually gonna start with Danny here. So Danny, you want to go
Yes.
work for Herb?
Yep.
How long do you want to work for Herb? I know you mentioned maybe going to Ino for a little while to see what Ino has for you.
I'd like to start with Ino.
Okay.
Just go see Ino first because I know Herb's there and I know what he's going to say and
Okay.
stuff like that. So
Yeah. So
yeah.
the next day, you guys all wake up and prepare yourselves, and you kind of go about your business. So yeah, we'll reset to this day every person, but we'll do one person at a time here.
Yeah.
So you head up to the north side of the Kothon there, Danny, by the river, the Fluma, and you get to Ino's Tavern. It's a very comfy looking tavern, especially for a smaller person like you. And the doorway is kind of a few steps down from street level. It's all just kind of brick and wood. You can hear there's a lot of people in there even at this time of the morning. They're cooking something. Yeah, so there's some low tables and a long bar. There's some stairs leading up to the tavern's rooms, and you see Ino. He's kind of a very short, even for rat folk, he's very short. He's missing his tail. He's got this kind of bright white fur. He's got these little beady black eyes. He's wearing a sleeveless pink shirt, and he's wearing beige pants. He spots you very quickly. He recognizes you, and he says, "Ah, Danny boy, come on over here. How are you doing today?"
Yeah. Good. What's going on, Longtail?
Well, I have the greatest business right about now. I'm really appreciative to see you. It's been a little while. But yeah, if you're looking for something to do, I got something for you. I know you don't like to talk through the pleasantries and all that.
Yeah, I got a couple weeks. About 2 weeks actually. What do you got?
Well, look, this one job will take you a day at most. I hope it doesn't take you any longer than that. Look, I got a thing. I need you to drop it off on the south side of Merchants Row, and then don't worry about it. That easy
That's
enough?
easy.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a heavy box. It's like 20 pounds. So are you sure you can carry it? You're kind of scrawny looking.
I can carry it.
All right. Look. I'll pay you when you get back. All right. Look, just put it by Ice Shaper's smithy, okay? There's an alleyway down there. You'll know. Just hide it behind a barrel, and it'll be easy enough.
Do I need to be looking over my shoulder, or is this just in and out?
Look, it's Karthos. You should always be looking over your shoulder. You know that.
Specifically, we're talking percentages here.
Look, yes, and
Okay.
just don't
Okay.
open the box. Don't open the box.
Yeah, fair enough.
And he doesn't tell you how much he's willing to pay you for it, but he just kind of like goes
fine.
around to the behind the counter and he just lifts it. It's like a 1 foot by 1 foot and then like a rectangle. It's like 3 feet long, and it's made of not wood. It's made of some sort of metal, and it's heavy. And he just kind of puts it down, and he said 20 pounds. It's probably like 40 or 50 pounds. It's heavy.
That's a lie. So, how far is it to this place that I'm trying to take it?
It'll probably take you most of the day to get there because it's just how heavy this damn thing is. You'll be walking a little bit slower. It'll take you until like 2 in the afternoon probably to get there. It's on the south side of Merchants Row, so it's a ways off.
Okay, so it's going to take me a while.
Yeah.
Like hours?
Yeah, it's like 8 in the morning. It'll take you like 6 hours to get there.
Oof.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a long walk. You're not there. Shut up.
I'm telling Dragon.
Is there anything special about the box, or is it just a wooden?
Oh no, it's made of metal.
Oh, metal.
Kind of a
Okay.
dull gray metal. And it's got a very heavy duty lock on it.
Sweet. Yep, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna get on with it then. Start traveling and try to go get this knocked out.
Okay. So you head over there. You don't see anybody coming after you. Nobody stops you. You kind of like put it partially in your backpack, so it's a little bit easier to carry. And you end up by Ice Shaper's Smithy, and you find the alleyway, and you just kind of like take this box out. You put it down in the alley next to a barrel. You can leave it. You can try to stay and watch. You can try to open it still. Like, it's up to you.
No, I'll use a infused reagent to drink Infiltrator's elixir
Ooh.
to take the shape of a humanoid of the same size. Not a specific person, lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
As an attempt just to make sure I get out of the alleyway.
Okay. Yeah. You go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
I'm going to hero point this one.
Okay. Okay.
Good thing I did. Good grief.
If good.
A 26.
Okay. Yeah. You take this potion, kind of make sure you're out of view, and you transform into just a kind of a normal looking halfling man, well tanned, well weathered, wearing kind of just similar clothing. Just it's the same kind of dark colors, but definitely looks totally different. You kind of look at yourself in a window pane. And yeah, you don't look anything like your own self, and you kind of scatter out of the alleyway, a different direction. You kind of do a big old loop. Do you head back to Ino's?
Yep. We'll go back to Ino's then.
Yep. You get there just towards supper time, and Danny boy. Well, is the job done?
Job's done like always.
Very good. And he kind of slides a plate of like food over to you, and it's got like looks to be like mashed potatoes and like some sort of meat. Maybe
Meat.
you can't really tell honestly what it is, but yeah.
So, we gonna talk about, payment?
And you just kind of he glares at you and he says, "Shut up and eat your food," and he just kind of walks away.
All right, shut up and eat my food.
Yeah. So as you go to stick your fork into the mashed potatoes, you hear a very dull clinking noise. As you realize he's buried the coin purse in the mashed potatoes.
Perfect.
Totally normal thing that
can-
people do.
You can grab that and disappear for the day.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
And you get back to your room and you count it, and it's 500 gold pieces.
Oh, jeez.
Holy shit. I
Yeah.
wonder what was in that fucking box?
He's not fucking around.
So badly.
What was in the box?
What's in the box?
Dig in a box.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh my god, what's in the
So-
box?
So you have 16 days.
A geisha.
You going to go to the herbs for those rest of the
I'm
time?
gonna go to herbs. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go to herbs.
Uh,
Like I know is obviously into some shady shit at this point. I'm not gonna go back. That's a lot of gold for
Yeah.
every box.
I need you to make a craft alchemy check for me.
All right. Okay. Let me. So crafting, it's at least 26. Let me look real quick.
And you're an expert in craft alchemy, right?
I am. Let's see, crafting. I'm trained. Where would I craft alchemy?
I mean,
Nope.
okay, you're just trained. That's fine. That just helps me.
Alchemical crafting.
Help.
Alchemical familiar. Sorry.
No, it's good.
Specialty crafting alchemy. But I think it just means I'm trained in it.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, so go ahead and make that check for me.
Okay, so that's 17 plus 26.
Okay, cool. So for those days, let's do some math. You make 64 gold pieces.
Each of
No. For the total
Oh.
time. For the total time.
Oh.
Not per day.
That's
Jesus Christ.
very excited for him.
That is
I know.
excessive. He makes about 4 gold pieces a day.
Yes,
That's fair.
which is quite nice.
Yeah, I'm not at risk of getting murdered in an alleyway.
It's true.
That you know of.
For
I
now.
really,
That you know of.
really thinking that infiltrator potion prevented bad things. So
And then I also need you to make a society check.
oh yeah. Not great, but I have a great modifier. So 18.
Okay. Cool. So these are kind of the rumors that you heard while you were working. So you've heard that I don't know if you have a map in front of you, but the country of Sudingia, which is to your south, it's on the south side of the Ashlands, is really hurting economically from the war that they've been embroiled in for the past few years. And they're looking for loans from anybody willing to give them. Literally anybody, apparently, as far as you can tell.
Anyone willing to give them 500 gold?
Yeah, apparently.
That's me right here, financier. Of
Weird how that worked.
war.
Yeah. So Karthos is looking for allies right now to possibly declare a legitimate war against Dverkinger. Dverkinger has been raiding constantly. Has been raiding the Bay of Machines, and they're sick of it. And now they're trying to actually get allies to like go fight a real war. They're talking about Dragara, the silver dragon. Apparently, he works now with the Lawbringers. Lawbringers is a religious organization that worships / works for the god Forsyth, the god of law. Let's see. Also, you do hear kind of the same thing that Tor had talked about, but the forest sprites had their contract bought by the Ashlands. This is big news around here, and it's even though it's probably a few weeks old now, and people are suspicious about whether or not it was done for gold or for something else. But they're quick to point out the Quickthorn family made excellent money from the guilds. So if it was gold, it must be an impressive amount of gold, like a mind-boggling amount. That's probably somewhere in the thousands of platinum, let alone gold pieces. So they don't know. Also, you hear that Fruinalore, which is the home of Raz's art, Raz's Center for Magical Art, they're fortifying their borders for some reason. People are saying that it's becoming an issue to come in and out of that country. Some people will say it's just because of the war nearby and they're just getting ready. Other people say that there's some sort of like internal threat. Other people are more thinking that the Center for Magical Art is maybe doing something that maybe they shouldn't be, and they're getting ready for some crazy magical calamity. And a broody is another nation across the bay. I know this is a lot. Bear with me.
Yep, it's fine. I'm keeping up.
Okay. And just to be clear, some of you will roll all of you will roll society checks, and if you get a similar roll to that, you'll be hearing the same thing. So I'm just not going to say it more than once. Okay, unless you ask me. So Abrudi, the capital city is Actipoli. Actipoli is 100, 200 miles away from you. But allegedly, the Duchess there, the Duchess that rules that place, has found a necropolis underneath the city, a great city of the dead. And she is looking to get adventurers to go map the city. Now, whether there's actual undead in there or not, who knows? Let's see. The Inquisition. The Inquisition is still going pretty hot, and it's reaching farther and farther out from Sharith Tisa, trying to burn sources of evil, cure people of lycanthropy by, burning them, such things as that. And then finally, Ravradare out in the mountains, famously neutral in continental affairs, other than against Draconia, seems to be inviting heads of state or people of power to the White Mountain in the capital, where the ruler of Ravradare has his seat. So there might be something more happening, and with the recent talk from the merchant Captain Brine and what you guys saw in the Ashlands, that seems to be confirmed, at least on your end. But that is kind of the things that you hear over the intervening 2-ish weeks.
Sweet.
Cool. Now we move to Azalea. So Azalea, you wake that first morning, and that first morning your neck kind of hurts. Like, I don't know, you slept kind of funny, and you try to go back to sleep for a couple of minutes because you had a really long night, and you go to like fluff up your pillow, and you feel that there's something underneath your pillow.
Oh, I thought she was going to turn into a vampire because she'd been bitten.
Aw.
That would be very funny, but
It'd be
That would be.
hilarious.
Especially if Tor didn't know.
I'll look under the pillow.
yeah, there's a bag full of coins there, and do you take the time to count them? I presume.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like. put a bag of coins
It
down
appears to be your payment, from your your friend, as it were, Shadow Mantle, who yeah, it's 1,000 gold coins.
Great success.
like-
You need to get bitten a couple times for it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I mean, worth it. Worth it. It was a good target. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, Shadow Mist. I'm gonna go to a general goods store and try to find a spider.
Do you want a what kind of spyglass do you want? A fine spyglass or a regular spyglass?
What's the difference?
A fine one helps you see a little bit better.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be 80 gold coins.
Oh, darn. You sure you can afford that?
I know, right?
I mean, it is hard to let go. That's almost a tenth of what I made, like for a spyglass. Yeah, fuck it. All right. Gotta find spyglass.
Okay.
Spyglass lets you see 8 times farther than normal.
Yep, and the fine one
Yeah.
gives you a +1 perception to notice details at that distance.
The regular one did
Nope.
that too.
It does not.
Nope.
Oh,
So,
okay. So find one.
how many days are you trying to like pickpocket people, and how many days are you trying to scope out the Quickthorn estate, I guess?
Oh, I'm gonna scope them out every single day, and I'm gonna pickpocket people on the way back to the
You
inn.
can
So-
you can do
Oh, I
one or
couldn't
the
do
other.
one thing.
Yeah, one or the other.
That's so dumb. Okay, fine. I want to spend probably 2/3 of the time scoping out who's coming and going, and if I can see anything in there.
Okay.
Scoping out the place, and then I'll spend like a couple days pickpocketing.
Okay.
So I'm not,
Make
like,
a
hurrying.
make a thievery check for me. And are you an expert in thievery? Or are you trained?
I should be expert. Let me double check.
Okay.
Thievery? Yeah, I'm an expert.
'Kay.
So, well, bitch. 15.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah. So you do your best to you're fairly distracted most of the time just through this whole thing. You only get 9 gold out of the pickpocketing, but it's
Yeah.
better than nothing. And but now I need you to make a perception check with that +1 on it for the rest of the days, and then I'll tell you what you do or do not see.
I'm gonna use a hero point
For what? Oh, the perception.
for
Perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, natural 1, so we're just gonna re-roll that.
Yeah.
Like
Go
that
ahead.
never happened.
Yep.
Right. Okay, 10 plus 10 is 20 plus 1, so 21. Not
Okay.
great, but
So
better
you
than
spend the rest
yeah.
of the time scoping out the Quickthorn estate, and you don't try to go in or anything like that. You just try to find vantages of where you can kind of see in there. And just this is confirmed to you, but Natende, the son, um, is not at home. You don't see him at all. As a matter of fact, you remember seeing him in the Ashlands on the unicorn that Danny doesn't think is real. Um, so that you at least prove that he's not there. You see Alondrin and Elena both. Mostly they stay home. Your worries about them being vampires are kind of put to the side as they go out in the sunlight and don't immediately just burst into flames. So, for now anyway, you're pretty sure that they're okay. And notably, they move between 3 like major areas, mostly on Merchants Row. Actually, all on Merchants Row. The first place that they go to is Guild Leader Nerkos' home. So Guild Leader Nerkos runs Karthos. He is the guild leader of the entire city.
What's the name again?
Nerkos, Nerkos. Guild leader Nerkos. And you see Nerkos a couple of times. Nerkos is a catfolk. They also go to Master Merchant Siham Tazi's home. So Siham Tazi is the Master Merchant for the Merchants Guild. She is in charge of the Merchants Guild in the city. And finally, they actually end up at the Ice Shaper's smithy a few times. And Master Craftsman Ice Shaper personally. You knew him very well. But yes, he's Master Ice Shaper he's a older dwarven man. He's in his like early 400s. He's old. But he's excellent at what he does, and he's the logical choice for anybody on Merchants Row to go get anything, really. You don't see what they're talking about or hear what they're talking about. You don't see what they're buying or maybe making contracts for, but you notice that that's what they're doing this whole time. You do know that the Quickthorn, they have their own like guard contingent. That's probably just a detachment of their mercenary company. Over the time, you count maybe 20 guards.
Okay.
And then I need you to make a society check for me, please.
Wow, looks like I'm rolling like fucking shit today. I think it's 15.
Okay, you hear pretty much all the same things that Danny hears.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna go to Cyra because Cyra's gonna be pretty quick here. So Cyra, you take your time moving about the city, and you kind of end up wandering more towards the richer part of town, just to kind of see what's going on. And you end up coming across a place called the Riverfront Inn. It's definitely a high class establishment. You can see that there's a very portly Undine man that runs the place, and he's wearing a very frilly white shirt and a brown jacket, and like this dude's they're selling like oysters and like actual salad. it's weird. Like these people are getting like no shit good vegetables and like yeah, this is high end. But you do see as you kind of walk in here on the first day, you see that there's a band performing kind of on a stage in a corner. You see that there's a tiefling woman, a catfolk man, and a human man. The tiefling woman is she's playing a cello and she's singing. You see the catfolk man, and he's playing an instrument. It appears to be an oboe. And then the human man is playing a horn. Um, but yeah, they seem to be your most your best bet for maybe teaching you and helping you learn some things. And either we can RP that part or not. It's up to you.
Particular interest in RPing it. I'm happy to if that's important to you.
They essentially they'll retrain you for free as long as you perform with them, and whatever money you would make, you just give to them, and that's enough for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're pretty happy with that, and you're able to retrain what you need to retrain. Well, that'll take 2 weeks. That'll leave you like 3 days to do anything else if you wanted to do something else.
Weeks.
Yeah, a long time.
Ages.
Uh,
That's unfair.
well, sucks to suck, nerd.
Right, he doesn't alter the deal any further.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, you're retraining. You're getting new spells.
I'm able to accomplish all my retraining.
Yeah.
Not just the one thing. Oh, done. No. I'm
Yeah,
happy
all
with
of your
that.
retraining with your spells and with your skills.
Yeah, no, that's a great deal. I thought you meant only the one thing for 2 weeks, and I was like, that's
No.
cruel and unusual.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
cool,
that would
cool.
be excessive.
Can I do? Can I use my last days before we all join up to do my research?
Yeah, you have 3 days.
Sweet.
You can roll just a bardic lore check.
Sweet. Love that. Roll this. Sorry. All right, 24.
So the only real place to do any sort of real research in town is the Temple of Stringer. They are keepers of knowledge, and you head that way. They'll charge you a gold piece per day to do any research. That'll be 3 gold. But you do learn a great deal. Now you are specifically looking for hell, devils, demons, lycanthropy, fiends, and the moon crystal. That's a lot of things. So I will tell you a few things, and then we'll get there. So,
Okay.
Starting with hell in general. Hell is incredibly cold. People have always written, it's always been told that hell is a cold place. It is icy. It is colder than the White Mountain itself in Robert Air, which is considered the coldest point on the continent anyway. It is a generally, legend has it anyway, a disorienting maze of darkness, of ice and mist. It is ruled by Hertha, the Queen of Twilight, though other deities reside there, namely the evil deities like Ilrark and Agirni and Eflair and some others. And the entire plane, because it is a plane, it bends to Hertha's will. And yeah, exactly. Yeah. No matter if she wants something, it happens. And really, the other gods and goddesses are there pretty much on Hertha's. They have to be on her good side. But most of hell is considered to be in a state of infighting, as most people. That's kind of the accepted lore. In that why the world isn't overrun by devils and demons is because they can't fucking work together. And so they're fighting it all the time. Let's see. Now, as far as devils, demons, and fiends and whatnot go, your understanding is that many are weak to. It's an especially pure piece of iron called cold iron. They have a tendency to be weak to cold iron, and sometimes silver, but that's it's kind of up in the air. And some sources say they're not. Some sources say they are. But that's as far as that goes for your research there. those are maybe kept a little bit more under lock and key, and so you're not really able to get to those more darker sources of knowledge that the temple is keeping under its control. Now, lycanthropes, the curse is transmitted through a bite. Weirdly enough, that's kind of what everybody already believed, and you kind of don't necessarily have anything to prove it. But you also read that there's a ritual sort of magic that could create them. But it's very vague. There's a lot of flowery language, a lot of poetic wording in there that you're not sure whether it's true or not. But you do know all the sources that you read end up pretty much confirming that lycanthropes are weak to silver. In that the full moon drives them to a bloodthirsty frenzy. And the sources here differ on whether they actually have to see the moon or not. They're like, this is just what happens. Or, oh, they have to go outside and look at it. Or they have to be, they can be kept inside and it's fine. And, it's very vague on what the requirements for that are. But those are the things you learn on that research side of things. And you can roll a society check to see what rumors you hear.
The moon crystal?
Yeah, you don't find anything on the moon crystal at all.
Oh.
And you only have 3 days worth of research, and you pour through a lot of documents.
Yeah, all right, society check. I'm going to use my hero point.
Okay.
Why not?
Danny and Tor, while she's rolling that, you know that you at Scrollkeeper Leos said she was going to do some research for you as well. So if you want to go back there in some of your downtime. Uh-oh, what'd you get?
I rolled a 10.
Ah.
Total.
Yeah.
I went from 17 down to 10. So.
Nice job.
The band, the Hillgarten Revelers, the Revelers keep you busy, and you don't hear too much. And then when you finally kind of break away from them and go to research, you kind of cloister yourself away. Okay, Tor. You have 17 days to play with, my friend. What do you? How many days are you doing things, and what do you want to do?
Just whatever was required to go get the info, like you
Okay.
were talking about from the Scroll Master, and then beyond that, just probably working for whoever has coin.
Yeah. Okay. So I need you for this income. This is kind of a little bit weird here, but just make a melee attack for me. That's gonna be your skill for this. I don't really.
Bonk bonk.
Yeah.
Not a very good bonking.
Not a very good bonk, huh?
No. 16.
I mean that's good enough.
I rolled a 5.
Are you trained in your weapons, or are you expert in your weapons?
No, I'm trained.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. How many days do you want to do that for? Scrollkeeper Leos is a 1-day conversation, and then.
So then I have 16 days after that.
Yeah.
Probably like, say 14 days. Then I want to get my faux shard because it should be done by then.
Yes.
And then I'll just spend a couple of days relaxing or helping these other guys out.
Okay, so you get 42 gold.
Attack.
You do get your faux shard back, and it is in tip-top shape. It's beautiful. So you go to Scrollkeeper Leos, and I'm just gonna tell you some things that you hear. With your interesting bit of security detail before you get to Leos, you hear a lot of things because merchants like to talk. That's what they're good at. And you end up finding a Merchant's Guild craftsman, so like a second level Merchant Guild person. Canis Umbawe, a catfolk man. But he tells you mostly about like prices and whatnot, but like iron, the price of iron's going up. There's a lot of iron being shipped upriver. I mean, he kind of just says it's because of the war, which makes sense. High-end metals like platinum, mithril, and adamantine are actually moving through the city of late, though much of the platinum and adamantine are being taken by dwarven raiders. Those ships are being either captured or sunk. But it would be a lot of money, but they're not really making it. And word apparently has gotten out from Captain Brinegrinder that there are Robert Darren military units in the Ashlands. though it's very vague as to what kind they are. He tells you to not go south. You are doing security. Sometimes security makes people go south. He says, don't do that. The Ashlands are very dangerous. Weird. Um, uh, though he does say that there should be a lot of business opportunities if you guys head north, mostly to the Gnomish and Halfling lands, or if you go to the far west, like Ravardare or the Underhall. Um, there's been word that a great load of mithril has been found in the Underhall, though these rumors happen all the time. Whatever. Whether it's true or not, who knows? It's not coming this way. And then a new source of especially pure cold iron has been uncovered in Ravardare. The mountain specifically is Glittertind. It's near the easternmost border. But those are kind of the merchant style rumors. As for researching things, you hear most of what Cyra kind of researches on her own. However, because Scrollkeeper Leos has a little bit more of access has all the access really, and she trusts you guys, and you've had conversation before. She's willing to impart some more knowledge. So you are very well aware that the damned, the evil creatures, souls, what have you, are sorted in purgatory. Obviously, that makes sense. But the only real way to get to hell, as far as anybody has written down, is to die and be sorted. To be sorted in purgatory to go that way. Scrollkeeper Leos is certain that there are other ways, most notably that demons and devils have a way to get out of hell and get back into hell. Just nobody's really written down the way to do that. Maybe it's inherent, maybe it's a ritual or something. You're not sure, and she's not sure, but you're certain that dying can't possibly be the only way.
I mean, it worked for me once.
There you go. It did. But dying again, maybe it won't be. You won't be able to take your stuff with you. But demons and devils are able to take things and people with them back and forth. So if you, Scrollkeeper Leo says that that's knowledge that she doesn't have or can't find, but you'll probably find it somewhere. You also learn that most devils and demons are weak to silver and cold iron. The lycanthropes, mostly based on the rubbing that you gave to her, but also some other research that she had done, that there's an unnamed hunter. This is way into legend at this point. This hunter gave his soul to Eflair, the goddess of monsters, during the Gods' War, which happened before time. Before time was really given to people, as it were. So there's no year associated with this. Many thousands of years ago, if you can even guess. But Eflair took his soul and granted him the power and the curse of lycanthropy. And that curse originated there and now is just endemic. It's everywhere now, everywhere, quote unquote. Even though the church is trying to burn it out, it's not necessarily going to be the case. It's a lot more nuanced with these evil things, and some people try to use their curse for good, so it can't inherently mean that the curse is evil, really. Let's see. And then she does find some things on the moon crystal. It is a mythical stone, obviously, that grants lycanthropes the power to control their transformations outside of the full moon. Though you remember Kalakrov was able to maintain his form. Same thing with boars. They were able to maintain their form after the moon crystal disappeared. But you're not sure how much control they had over it. Maybe they're just old and able to not lash out. You're not sure about younger ones. Though legend did have it that the crystal was actually from the moon itself, having fallen after the hunter kind of accepted that curse. And one myth says that it was a gift from Svas, so that evil beings could still do good, while another myth that Leos had found says that a forge master of Vidar actually crafted it as a way to retaliate against the evil gods during the Gods' War. But sources are kind of mostly thousands of years worth of hearsay. But those are the things that you learn from Leos. and you can make a society check to see what kind of news of the world there is.
24.
There you go. You are a lot more out and about than the rest of the group is, and you definitely kind of have your ear to the ground. And you hear that the
They
country
think I'm a
of
dumb grunt.
yeah. You hear that Umbaria, the king of Umbaria, is seeking some allies to fight against the Linyenua alliance to the southeast of them. They're full of monsters, and Sharith Aptisa is allegedly thinking about joining the war. It would be mutually beneficial to get the Inquisition even further. It would knock out more monsters. It would free up some trade routes and some. I mean, the Linyenua wood is a very dense forest. That would be great for logging and mining. So it would be kind of a mutually beneficial thing to them anyway. Um, the king, King Feltharia, has allegedly agreed to give up anyone that needs to be taken to the Inquisition without question. So, the Fluma River, the way you need to take to get to Shrithaptisa, passes through that country, and apparently the guards there are given the power to just hand people over to the Inquisition. So that's kind of worrying to you. Darlur, a little bit closer to home here, hasn't officially taken sides in the War of the Central Powers, but they're taking representatives from both sides, more probably to defend themselves against the Ashlands than anything else, like a more of a defensive pact than anything. But who knows what they'll have to give up. And then this is a little bit further reaching. These two kind of big bits of news here. The Imperium of the Feywild, is the big elven country to the south. There is official word that the rebellion there, the Half-Heart Rebellion, is being quenched. It has been being quenched for a couple of years now, and it seems that the borders are locked down pretty tight. So rumors are swirling that either they are doing a good job or they're doing extremely poorly, and it's kind of hard to suss out which one it is. You don't know if the government's on the ropes or if the rebellion's on the ropes, but it's news anyway. And then news from Draconia. Draconia has finally agreed to a full Council of Worms. The Council of Worms fell apart some 30-ish years ago, when a great comet came down and killed a good half of them, maybe more. But no, there's been no word of the Red Worm. The Red Worm was the strongest, the most powerful of the original council. However, 3 names have been at least confirmed. You have Ingel, the Black Apostle. You have Gassa, the Fisher, and Galneria, the Sonorous. Those 3 have been confirmed as council members. And
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
Okay. The first one was Ingel, the Black Apostle.
Got it.
Gassa, the Fisher, and Galneria, the Sonorous.
Thank you.
And so with some 3 or so days, 4 days to go, before you guys are able to really leave, at least on the ship that you want to leave on. Let's see, 12 Afslut is the month in the day. 12 Afslut is the day and month. You guys kind of reconvene at the Silver Scale Scullery. It's getting colder, even though you guys are further north. It's that late fall weather. There's a lot of rain coming in now. Sometimes, especially at night, it's starting to turn into kind of a weird slushy mix. But at this point, it's early morning on the 12th. You have some time to yourselves all together, whether you want to discuss a plan or what you want to do. But for now, I'm going to let you guys think on what your plan is going forward. And we're gonna end today, and you all level up. Yay!
Yee! Good, good, good.
Sweet.
Very good.
There you go.
What we do with our
So quick question: if I were to get a weapon made, is that gonna take too long?
It really depends on the weapon.
I want to. I'm assuming we're going to talk about all the information we need, like going into hell and all that stuff.
Yes, yeah, you guys have all. I assume you're all willingly trading information at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to get a cold iron rapier, and I want to have. Can you attach multiple runes or just one?
I don't think you can afford to attach multiple runes. You can.
I can. I looked up a couple of them. I got some cheap ones that I can do.
Well, we'll talk more offline about the cost of that as I can look into it properly and answer that properly.
Because I know one of the runes is like, I think one of them is definitely 700, and I think the other one is like 350 or something like that. Oh wait, that might be a little bit.
We'll get there when we get there. But for now,
We'll get there when we get there.
everybody go ahead and yes, you've traded all of your information. Go ahead and
Sorry.
level up.
Yes.
I have things to prep for next week. I am going back to work. I don't know if I'll be ready.
Yeah.
I will make no promises, but we'll go from there.